stranger and had an emotional affair. And
Hello, hello. Come on up. Come on up. So we can talk about Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and Real Housewives of New York. And I'm going to fix my hair because I'm not having such a great hair day. Ouch. Hey, Miss Powell, how are you? Do you want to come on up? Middle part or side part? Middle, side. Ooh. So over this natural nonsense. It's middle. Change middle. Wizard. They definitely gave Brynn. I think Brynn should come back. Well, it's only 4 people. I'm grateful for the 4 people who are in this room right now. I only have 100 subscribers. I'm fine with this. Richie's supposed to come. The other Richie's supposed to come up. I don't know what time zone he's in. I think he's in the island somewhere. But yeah, what should we talk about first? Y'all want to talk about New York, Roni? Is somebody going to come up? Let me pin this. How do I do this? Bear with me because you can't pin it on here. They definitely gave Brynn her walking papers. The production company already put. Ooh. But if Brynn doesn't come back, what will. I think they need Brynn to come back. Because, okay, let's just get into it, right? See, look, I'm already getting mad. Brynn, did was anybody else irked by the fact that Brynn was on some bullshit still, like the same bullshit. I don't think I'm supposed to be cursing, but whatever. Like, she came in the reunion pretending like she didn't watch the last episode, okay? Baby, they on Twitter saying she lied about being black to get in the show. Has anyone ever seen that movie, Imitation of Life, where the daughter is like white, looking like Brynn, like even more white looking, and the mother is like black like this, not like this? Yeah, they do have a posting for a new casting. How do y'all feel about Raquel? Raquel is okay, but to me, everybody is just okay. Like, but I think Brynn should come back and get her, get her licks. Because if she doesn't come back, what are we going to talk about? I think she's coming back because she was so oblivious. You don't like Uber? We need Uber. We need Uber. We need Uber. We need Uber. I think I think that Ayan should come and pay Uber a visit in New York. You know they're cousins, right? So back to Brynn. She comes into the reunion and she's pretending like she didn't watch the last episode only because she wants to sit there and like cry and oh my god and make those like expressions and stuff as if she didn't see it already, or as if she wasn't there, or as if the cast is not speaking to her currently. Like, girl, stop with all of this manipulation. And she thinks that text message that she sent where she's calling herself carbon monoxide is cute, and it's not. That's somebody telling you that you suck the life out of them. I would never want somebody to tell me that. That's not cute, Brynn. To me, something clearly, and I feel like Andy didn't give her enough, like get into her ass enough, and it's because she keeps throwing up her assault, which is annoying. Like, that's not the answer. That's not the reason for everything that you do. I mean, maybe it kind of is, but it doesn't have anything to do with what we're talking about right now. Uber can go. All right, let me see. New York is casted for New Housewives. Raquel can get her pink slip. So Uber, no, Uber, he needs to stay. After she said Giselle and Naomi, you wish, baby, she could go. And in Uber's defense, it was in defense of Brynn saying, first of all, nobody knows what Brynn does. Okay, so I'm going to defend Uber and say she was saying, okay, we know she's no Naomi, we know she's no Giselle, but bitch, you talking about you only model for Talbots? Like, she should have said you wished. Honestly, like, don't come for my job. And I believe that was part of Uber's freak out, like the whole season, with Brynn trying to like paint her out to be like this angry black woman, like she was warning her about. I feel like I'm all over the place with this, but so what? Like, I'm just gonna go in the stuff that I remember. So Uber can go. She's not sure Mr. Connecticut. Maybe she, yeah. What about Jenna? She's completely lying about. Do we even care about Jenna's? Did you see Jenna's girlfriend, wife, supposed wife but not wife, who she married but didn't marry? She's like this old lady. Like, she's not cute at all. So like, they can keep her, and she's not. So I don't want to see her. Brynn not a bad bitch. I wouldn't care if none of them spoke to me. I would have been unfazed. Brynn definitely. Did you see when she called Andy daddy? That was so cringy. Like, girl, stop with this like super hypersexual shit you're doing, because you were just sitting there crying about sucking D. Like, why are you leading with this? Like, she's so cringy to me. Yeah, Jenna, I don't get who. Somebody please tell me who Jenna is or supposed to be. Like, other than was she just a creative director to J. Crew? Why do people fuck with Jenna so hard? I don't. Is she at other jobs like what's her face off of Beverly Hills? Hey, Michelle, welcome. I'm a transplant from the Andrew Gabor show, and I am Richie B. And anybody can come up and talk. I'm trying to pin the Let me do it on my phone, my other phone. Pin the comment. Pin the Oops, oopsie, sorry. And I am new. Okay, so how do I pin this? Pin. All right, it's pinned. So anybody can come up and talk. We're talking about Salt Lake City. So immediately, Andy asks whatever he asks, and Brynn immediately starts crying. And they wanted to talk about Jessel's work, but Brynn obviously has some work done or some filler or something done to her face, where she's like, and why is she sitting back like this the whole time? Um, Her face isn't really moving, but she's trying to cry and make these faces. You guys tortured me for 5 weeks. And Sai's like, and even Erin is like, what? Me? Who? What are you talking about? Hey, Michelle. Hello. Very hypersexual. It was cute at first. Yeah, it's giving hoe. It's giving maybe something. It's giving childhood trauma to me. I just know her from J. Crew, but that can't even save her. Jessel's money. Yes, and I don't like the way they were coming at Jessel's whatever work she had done. It looks great. And even Brynn. Okay, so Sai, she's like, hold up, miss. First of all, does anybody remember when Sai, Erin, I don't know who else. I need somebody to come up here because my memory is not so great. But I do remember they weren't even speaking to Brynn when when the season first came on. I forget why Sai wasn't speaking to her, but she was definitely giving Brynn the cold shoulder. I don't know if that's what Brynn was talking about, but they were not torturing you. And basically, Sai was just like, girl, you can say whatever you sitting up here trying to say about me and maybe Erin, but they have plenty of clips of you lying and basically showing who you really are. Like, and they don't have clips of me lying and carrying on like you. And tears gone. Not only were they gone, the face was just like, mind you, she's sitting back like this the whole time. Tears gone. Yes, Sai did fall out with Brynn, but I forget why. So then, what else? I just didn't like. I don't like Brynn's whole attitude during this thing. Like she has a chip on her shoulder about something. Erin is weird. She got mad at her man for talking about shrooms. Then all of a sudden, she's open to talk about swinging. And you know what else I don't like either? Is like Erin and Sai. One side and Brynn made up. They were right with Brynn talking about Jessel like a dog, but because of this whole, I just want to apologize to you, Jessel. I didn't mean it, and it's like absolved. I don't like that. Hey, Charlie, why don't you come on up and talk? Don't bite my back and talk about me like a dog like you've done before, and then say, I want to apologize for that. Sai, because Brynn has been so treacherous, she gets away. Erin and Sai are getting off scot free with the talking about people and the whole Jenna not them not liking Jenna, which Jenna is boring. To my phone. Do not disturb. I'm sorry. Do not disturb. All right, sorry. Hey, Charlie. Hey, Charlie. Jenna is boring, but I did like that she was at the end of the reunion that she was kind of holding Brynn to like stop with the spin. We got a guess. Hold on, let me curl this curl real quick. I'm sorry, guys. This is a mess. I'm just trying to refresh my, thing. Oh, Michelle, come on up, girl.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, beautiful. First of all, I would like to see what's going to happen with your hair. I want to see what's the end products.
I'm just gonna do like kind of just do the perimeter, the top part, and just kind of do like that.
Okay.
Because I slept on it. I didn't wrap it up, but even when I wrap it up, it's still like kind of not. It's still a mess.
I love curly hair. But
What do you think about Roni and Brynn? And what do you think?
I have so many feelings. I have so many thoughts. As far as who I feel like they should save or keep, because I know they're doing a recasting or an edit to the show as far as who's there. I feel like Cy, Aaron, and wait a minute, who am I missing? Cy, Aaron,
Jessel.
Russell. Uba, I feel like Uba should be there, but Uba should be a friend of because she's not giving us Mr. Connecticut. She lives in Connecticut now. I do want to see Uba and her fabulousness come back through at parties and everything, kind of keep things stirring. Because she is a part of the group. I feel like she could be like one of the girls in Miami who's always there, but she's just a friend of. She's there because she's a part of the group.
I could see that because Uba was going a little bit too far with the bitch. Like she kept calling Aaron a bitch, and I don't know if it's like a cultural difference. Do you notice? Did you notice like when they were at volleyball and Aaron was like, I have secrets from pretty much everybody. She's like, you don't have anything on me, bitch. You better take it back, bitch. And it was like,
Yeah,
calm down.
yeah, I did the same thing. I cringe every once in a while she would do that, and I was like, ooh, please no. But something about her at the reunion when she said she was Uba Zen, a Zen Uba. I kind of saw that, and I kind of see it in the preview, and I kind of like what I was seeing as far as her being calm, explaining her feelings, and then all of a sudden, boom, like she would say something, everybody would jump. Like, yeah, that's what I wanted from Uba. I wanted like her to
just calm down,
yeah, calm down a little bit. Still give Uba hot, but just give Uba mild. Like bring us,
Yeah, give it some mild, girl.
Yeah,
Because you kind of kill it. You kind of mess it up for yourself when Brynn Brynn is doing shit, and then you just completely just start wigging out, and we only see that, and Brynn gets to get off scot free, which she's been doing all season. Hey, sweet cherry.
all season, all last year too, and it was and Richie was it Richie who was saying it before like that whole coquettish ooh daddy this I'm asleep with your dad that where's your husband exactly like please don't give me that because that's so like it was cute maybe episode 1 episode 5 like but after like that season and then this season we're doing the same thing and something that you said about how she was sitting and how her face was like she sits in that reunion like a child like who's getting scolded. She did the same thing last year. She's doing the same thing this year. Last year, was she crying last year? She was more or less throwing a temper tantrum at last year's reunion, if I'm not mistaken.
She's always crying, and it's not working anymore. But she keeps throwing in her SA. And like I said, I don't know if you heard me say this before. We only heard about her SA when what's her name? Erin had her a Bobo story featured in a magazine. We didn't hear anything about this essay. You notice that?
Then she brought it up with her brother when she was talking to her brother, didn't she? I feel like she was
that was after Erin brought up her thing.
Okay, that's what it was. See, I wonder if her brother feeds into her stories and lets her go with having whatever she says. I wonder if he brings her around his friends as well because she acts like this. I wonder. I know she does benefit from that white looking privilege that she has. And I feel like she just turned Black woman in 2020. Like that's how I personally feel.
Yeah, she just threw that out there. Can a Black woman make money? Like, girl, what? Wait, what? Did you just say you didn't want her to be an angry Black bitch? Like, what are you talking about?
I personally feel like she's an escort. I
thought you.
I said I personally feel like she's an escort. The reason why she can't say what her job is, I feel like she's an escort.
They say a hit dog will holler. Like Why don't you tell us what you do or where you work? Like, what is the big
Who
deal?
are you? Who are we dealing with? Like the fact that she told Sai, I do what you do. I'm just like, girl, you're not an influencer because you're influencing no one. First of all,
No.
you're talking about this job. Like, no, what do you do? Like, what's your 9 to 5?
Didn't she say something about? I thought it was public relations. That's a shame. It's like it's giving Jen shot.
She said
What do you do?
PR. I remember hearing PR for Exxon or something like that. And you know what, Sweet Cherry? I feel like I am a winner because I watched the entire season of Rome.
Me too. We have completionists. I just,
Yes. Because I feel like we watched the nuance and the people that came in like the last episode, the episode before last, like it was excruciating to watch. I will be the first one to say it was like it would come on. I would roll my eyes. Brynn would be so annoying. I'm like, how could they not be calling this girl out? Jenna's annoying with that baby voice. I'm like, girl, you were a CEO. Like, what are you doing? But those last 2 episodes, yes, it was.
Think about this, right?
I'm sorry.
The person who told Brynn that she is like carbon monoxide and will suck the life out of you, that means she has more victims. Like this what she tried to do to Uber, she has more victims than that. So just imagine the game she plays on men. Like, look at the guy who doesn't want to have the baby or who's like stonewalling her about the baby now. He doesn't want to have a baby with this crazy girl. She should not have a baby. I'm sorry. I'm going to go out and say it. She is not.
He's running away from her. And whatever she said on the show about him and their relationship, I didn't believe anything she said. That's the sad thing about it. Like, everything that she says to me, I'm like, girl, I can't even believe you. It could be the honest truth. I'm not going to believe you.
I don't even believe her. I'm sorry to say, I don't believe this assault story, especially when you get more into it and you're saying that you see the guy, you just let him roam around freely, you haven't confronted him. I'm not going to say, I don't want to say I don't believe it, but that's the problem with a bitch like her.
I feel the exact same way. Like, I feel that go Eagles, yes. Because that's the best option that's available.
No. That is the only option. But go ahead.
But yes, I'm going. My team is the worst team probably right now in the NFL, and I'm okay with that. I'll be the first one to say they suck. But
I'm gonna get to you. Your question was a.
I'm so
we're just saying, why was Uber so mad about Brynn talking to her husband? This is another case where we have Uber hot. If we would have had Uber mild, and it's like, why are you letting Brynn talk about sucking your husband's D? Yeah. Or it's weird. Like, if my girlfriend was like, call your husband and let's pretend, and this is not the first time, Erin pretends like she's okay with stuff and she's not. And Brynn, I wouldn't want a girlfriend like that's playing with my husband like that, because she's the type of girl to do it, even though it's supposed to be all a game. But if Abe or Gabe, whatever his name is, was down, child, the panties is coming off. But she then she would. I just feel like Uber felt like, well, what kind of, like, a cultural thing, like, well, what kind of game is this?
I feel like it's that, and I feel like it was a little bit of Uber getting tired and being over Brynn producing this whole thing with their friend group. I also feel like it was Uber almost kind of, I don't want to say she was doing, I feel like everybody has a group of friends, and you might have that one friend that tries to take everybody a little too far as fun. And then somebody in the group has to be like, hey, we have jobs, we have kids, we have husbands, we have things we have to go back to. And I feel like that was a little bit of what Uber was doing. Like,
right.
Aaron,
but she was a little bit much.
I'm sorry, what you were saying?
Uber was just like a little bit too much with it, but it made sense to me.
I will agree. Uber was a little too much with it, but I understood where Uber was coming from, because I felt like she was getting tired of Brynn's antics, and that I feel like was just another one of Brynn's antics that Aaron was falling for, because I feel like Aaron, and a lot of these things that happened throughout the season, Aaron is guilty as well. But I feel
Yeah,
like we
she
saw
helped create this monster. And then
create
what
the
if
monster, yes, and that's why I feel like Uber was so mad. Like you're feeding into this shit with Brynn.
and it's only a matter of time before Brynn starts telling lies on Abe. Like, well, Abe was calling me after
Come
the
on,
trip. What if Aaron's phone died and Abe started to call Brynn looking for Aaron? Brynn would have been like, Gabe was Abe. Is his name? His name is Abe, right? Not
I did
Gabe.
the same thing. Abe, they call him Gabe because the whole gay. He's so cool with the lesbian.
See, they be playing with Abe too much. And what if she's like, Abe is calling me after? It's so easy for her to take it somewhere like that,
Yes,
and it really
that's
is.
what I feel like. That's why they cannot be around her. Because I don't know if you remember when the first season, when she went over to Sai's house, she said something about the fact that Sai has the life that she wants, the rich husband and the two kids. She said
He
that.
said that.
Like in the first episode or two when she went over to Sai's house, like she was kind of coveting that. Um,
Ooh.
I really feel like that's why she has an issue with Uber because I don't know if you noticed when she was looking at the video at the beginning of the show when she was watching the last episode, like she was shocked that everybody was on Uber's side. She was like,
Yes,
Uber?
I forgot that. She said, but listen to what she said. She said, "Oh, so now they're going to try to make everyone feel sorry for Uber."
Right.
And I was like, "Oh, she's a dirty bitch. She's a
Mhm.
dirty, dirty bitch." She knew exactly what she was doing to me. That's what
She
that said.
show her slip when she forget. That's the thing. She show exactly who she is when she forgets.
Yes, we saw Real Housewives of Atlanta. We're going to talk about that soon. Um,
Are
but
you are
we'll
you
finish up.
excited about that, Atlanta?
No. Um, I'm happy to see Portia. Portia looks nice.
Yes.
Everyone looks nice, but I don't know these women.
Mhm.
It looks like a more sophisticated love and hip hop. I don't know
Mhm.
these women. Drew looks so out of place, and she's full. I guess she's fooling with Dennis, and that's going to be the big thing. But I don't care about this. I mean, it looks very luxurious. It is giving
It's giving what?
hoe. He said it's
Oh,
boring and it's
love and
giving
hate.
hoe.
Oh my gosh.
What do you think? Oh, this be like, what
I
if
feel a little bit of the same. Um, like maybe the production of the trailer kind of excited me a little bit. It made me interested to see who are these girls that they picked and why
right?
did you pick them? But after that, I'm just like, y'all are going to be giving. I feel like you're going to give me the same, much of the same, but I'm going to tune in because I might be surprised.
It ain't nothing else to watch, but it's like it's gonna be like Potomac, where
Potomac.
it's just like a letdown. I feel like I'm let down by Potomac.
This is another thing about the shows. I want to see. I like to see the money of it all. Like that's why. Did you watch Young, Famous, and African?
Yes,
That's one of
loved
the
it.
reasons why I'm gonna try to come on camera. Can you see me?
Yes,
Probably
I
not.
loved. I love. Did you see Annie's getting a divorce? Her husband filed for divorce.
Annie should be happy for blessings that she doesn't realize she needs. She
Yeah.
like he was messing up her peace. She would never have peace as long as she was with that man, in my opinion.
Yeah, and she was so like mean because of him.
Yes,
And,
like
like,
he
when she
that's
would come in the room, it would be just like a dark cloud. When she would come to everybody would be having fun and stuff, and then she would come and it would be like a record scratch.
Yeah. But you know what's so funny about that show? It was so interesting. I don't know what episode it was. I forgot which episode it was. It was like maybe 20 or 30 minutes into the episode. I'm just like, where's the fight? There's been a fight every episode. Where is the next fight?
But
Because at one point I was just like, yeah, we're having a fight every episode, and I slightly love it. So
but they're not real fights though. They're just like friends disagreeing.
yeah, but
And I don't like the way they treat Lewis. I really
oh,
don't.
I thought I was the only one who felt that way. I don't like the way they treat Lewis either. But I want to come back to that. I feel
Okay.
like the one thing that is my issue with that show is, and I feel like I heard it on like another podcast, or maybe it was Kempire. Um, I I want to see more of their backstory, more of their lives. I feel like I want to know, like I want to
What they
know
do?
about the movies that Kanye is doing. I know she's in Dubai now, if I'm not mistaken. Like I would love for
Which
them
one
to.
is Kanye? Which one is Kanye?
Kanye was the light skinned girl who wasn't there this season, but she was there season 1 and 2.
Hmm.
She came in with
Oh, okay,
help
yeah, her.
yeah,
Okay, she came in at
like
the end a little bit.
yeah, like I would love like before all of them, not even just Kanye, before they got there, because they all kind of descend.
Annie was the actress. No,
Annie is
Annie
an
is
actress. Annie is an
okay.
actress. But I want before they all kind of to descend to Johannesburg, which is what I understand they do. I would love for them to go to Nigeria and see what Swanky's doing, see what Annie's doing, see what their family's doing, and then maybe episode at the end of episode 1, episode 2, then they're coming in to hang
They
out.
said Frankie be working styling the girls. They
He's
said he might be styling some of the
everywhere
girls too.
because I know
Wendy.
he did Portia's wedding. He styled.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he styled
She
Portia.
looked amazing on her
He looked
wedding.
love wins. Love wins. Um,
Damn, Simon.
we just
All right,
went
so
straight to
right. Let's go back to. Let's finish rolling.
around.
Rolling. Brynn, I think she should come back and get her licks. I feel like she should have to go back and, but at the same time, she's so disingenuous and she's not sorry for anything she's doing.
I'm
And
shocked that you said that.
I want to feel her feel it. I want like she was visibly upset when Shelves, not really. Um, She was visibly upset when Sai wasn't talking to her. I want them to go back to like being mean to her because she needs it. And she needs to learn a lesson. And obviously, I don't know what the story is with her mother. Nobody taught her lessons as a child or gave her spankings or love or whatever the problem is. And if she leaves, it's just letting her off the hook. Q, come up.
See, this is what I think about that. I kind of put Brynn in a Monica. So, do you watch Salt Lake City?
Mm-hmm. Oh, we're going to get into Salt Lake City. I'm waiting for Richie to come up here, but Q is here.
I think I don't. The reason why I didn't think Monica should have came back after Salt Lake City last year is because I feel like these are supposed to be friend groups, and I don't feel like if there's a friend in the group that you don't trust with your secrets, with just telling them something and they're going to spend it to somebody else, you're not going to actually be in the friend group, and that's why I feel like Brynn should go. I do understand that how you feel like she should come back and get her licks back, but in my opinion, if I was in that cast, like I think like Sai, like the way when Sai be saying like when she goes New York on them, I'm just like, yes, I'm not from New York. I'm just like,
Right.
Because if I was in that situation, I would block her completely. When she starts talking, I'm not even listening. When I won't even go into in-depth conversation if she's in the room. Like, so I just feel like I would.
But you still have Jenna who feels sorry for Brynn or who's trying to help work on Brynn.
I'm saying Jenna should leave the show.
No, Jenna's boring. I don't want her wife to come on there.
Okay.
I don't think the Rebecca Minkoff casting. I think we need to get used to these girls. If they're not going to take them away and bring back our old girls, then we need to get used to this cast. So the new people is what I'm scared of because I don't even like the people who are here yet, or I'm not invested in them. And I keep saying this about just all the franchises, period. And mainly like Atlanta, we were introduced to a set of women, and I want to see what they're doing. I want to see what Kim is doing. I want to see what Nene is doing. I want to see even Candy. I want them all back together. I want the gang back together again. I want Portia with Kenya and see if they've grown up and can be actual friends now. And maybe one new girl that they all pick on or they don't F with like that. Like I don't like all these good people.
You want a sweet tea? You watch Married to Medicine?
Yes.
You want a sweet tea they can pick on?
That would be perfect. Bring Fallon back on there. Like, I'm not excited about this, but I don't know. People say they don't want Nene back, but I honestly think that is the cure. Just not Nene by herself though. Like Nene with the cast, the original gang.
That would be a fever dream if they were able to put the crew back together again.
Cause this ain't getting it for me. These new girls,
because I feel like Shamia is going to be a flop in a different way, but like Marlo.
Is a flop. She's already a flunky. Yeah. Portia's flunky. She's trying to boss up on Portia a little bit, but you've already been established as a flunky.
Yeah, but I also, a part of me kind of wants, like, I want them to shut me up like they did with me for Salt Lake City, because you couldn't tell me this season Salt Lake City was going to be good. You could not tell me. No, it's not going to work. But they proved me wrong, and I want them to prove me wrong. But like, was it last season, the season before? Like the last 2 seasons of Atlanta to me have been whack.
Yes.
I feel like it's interesting. Drew Sabador was there at all times.
Because she is a liar. She's corny. She's a liar, and she's corny.
You said it.
It's really not much to it. I don't know. Go ahead, you can go. I don't have nothing else to say about Atlanta. It's just I'm not excited about it. I'm going to watch it, of course, as much as I can. I watched Roni.
So they okay. So you said you want the Portia back. You want the crew back.
The crew.
So we have the Phaedra. Are you happy about Phaedra coming back? Are you a Phaedra fan?
I am happy for Phaedra coming back, but I hate this new iteration of whole Phaedra. I I guess, because you remember Phaedra used to be church lady. Ooh, I can't have premarital sex. Now it's just got her titties and ass out, and she's looking for Africans. And
I watched a couple of season 5 episodes and season 6 episodes, and the transition, it's like church lady Phaedra, city girl Phaedra. Like, what happened? Like, did she get? What did they say on? Because I've been in and out of Potomac, but what did Wendy call it? Like, is the color of the wig 603 or 618 or something like that?
I think 613 maybe.
613 maybe was that? Yeah.
6 something, maybe 613. Stacy's starting to get on my nerves. I feel like if Karen is your friend, put you on the show, and it takes like that for you to start telling all her business, what she told you in secret. I don't like that. I don't like bitches who do that. Like, if you and I are friends and we ever falling out, me and you were good. Well, maybe they weren't like this, but still, I don't want you. Like, okay, let's take me and Gabor. Okay, I'm in YouTube now. I would lose total respect for Gabor, or even vice versa. If I went around and said, "Oh, Q, Gabor said this about you," that's just I don't like that. I'm like a very loyal ass person, even if somebody doesn't deserve it, because it's less about you and more about me. And I don't like that Stacey is running back and telling Mia of all people what Karen said.
Why is Stacey mad at Karen again?
Because Karen says something about Mia's kids. She's taking it as, but what about when Mia was talking about Giselle's kids and called them hoes?
Well, yes, I do feel like Stacey is dipping her toe into a lake that has nothing to do with her. That what's going on has nothing to do with her. You don't even know Mia like that. I don't know why your initial, because my thing is, when we first met Mia, when she came on the screen, I said, "Oh, that's a hoe." Like, that's what I said. I don't know about
we all did. She told me she was a hoe. Didn't she?
She walks like her vagina is for sale. I've never seen it before. It's just like, it's amazing.
She got up there and openly admitted to stealing that man from his family and fucking him on the beach, and the strip club with no pole, and
I was proud of it. That's the crazy part
it's
about
like,
it. It is
whoa.
and is confused about the fact that, and like, I don't, there's a thing about some of these housewives. I don't know if they expect us to be as not smart as they are about certain things,
Please.
because the fact that you come up here like, I'm not, it's not about the kids, or I'm not putting my kids in harm's way. Like, girl, yes, you are. Like,
Yes,
they
you
literally
are.
can see this. The baby can see this right now. I know they can. Like, so you can't tell me that you're not putting them in harm's way. Then you want to blame G. But the thing is, y'all put this to bed at the end of last season. But this season, you're still bringing this back as a storyline. Like, you could have really told the producers, I'm not talking about this. But for some
So
reason,
what else would you talk about?
I'm sorry, say that again.
I said, but then what else would she talk about? Because it's all intertwined. G, Ink,
Exactly.
and the kids.
She has to have a she has to feel important. My thing is, I feel like some of these girls don't know how to let shit happen naturally on these shows,
Yes.
and they
I feel
feel
like
like
we would have natural friction without all this nonsense that media is doing.
this. Like, and my thing is, you need to be natural. You have to be a little bit delusional. You have
Yes.
to, like, to make it work. Because one of the to me, season 5 Atlanta, when Phaedra didn't know her due date, baby, that was pure like comedy drama. It was everything for me.
And we had ladies who lunched, ladies who actually liked each other and got along,
Mm.
and like the gang, like they're all sitting at a table having lunch. Like when the Potomac girls sit down, it's like she don't really like Wendy. She don't. They all hate Karen. They all like it's no. I don't feel that. Do
Sisterhood.
you
That
think they need to bring? I think Candace might need to come back, and Robin might need to come back. What do
did
you
you like
think?
Candace before she even left?
No,
You did not like
but
Candace.
I did not like Candace.
How
I
she
didn't like
popped off.
Candace's mouth.
Gotcha.
Like, if you're gonna talk shit, you can't be crying and doing all of that when somebody pops you back, and even not necessarily, physical fighting. Like, it, but Candace was the only one who was really getting Mia ass, like making Mia feel small. Because Mia feels really grand right now.
I do agree. Well, okay, first of all, I didn't want Candace to leave, but when I found out she was pregnant, I was just like, well, girl, go.
Yes,
I didn't mind Candace. I'm not gonna say this is the thing with me when it comes to these housewives. I root for everything black. I root for everything black. That's probably why I'm just like, ooh, but I don't want Uber to go anywhere.
you
Um
know,
um
I don't vote for everything black.
would you say?
I said I don't vote for.
No, I
Thank
didn't say vote. I
you,
said I root for it. I root like I want you to win, but well, no, I take that back because some black shit ain't that
I
great.
need some mods.
But I wanted her to like the thing about these girls. I like all the girls in different ways, in certain ways. I like Candace. She had a mouth on her. I didn't mind. I know people who really like her mouth makes you want to hit her, and I'm just like, I get it, but these girls are supposed to be fighting with their words. And she's just good at it.
She
Um,
is.
I just think it's interesting. All the people I know, so many people who do not like Candace, who hate Candace, and at this point right now, just like bring Candace back. I just think that's the funniest
It's
thing.
because of like you talk and you go low with this shit. Like you talk about people's moms, which if you're gonna do that, be prepared for the repercussions. You talk a lot of shit, but you're really a punk. And that is my big thing with Candace, and even like with Monique. I don't want to relitigate that whole thing, but like, you know, you bought that, like
You
you
asked
bought
for that
that.
as far as Candace, she asked for that. Is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm not so, I don't argue about it. That's just my opinion. I just feel like, her and Monique, I feel like Monique was picking on Candace. Hey, hey, okay. Um, Kenya too. Kenya too what? Kenya's a punk? Kenya is a punk. But Kenya she doesn't want to fight, but she'll fight you back with her words, though.
Yes.
Kenya is. I don't think she's a punk in there. I don't think Kenya's a punk. I don't think Kenya's a punk. Nobody
I
wants to
feel
fight.
like
No Ravens, Naomi. Go Birds.
go Ravens. The thing is, when it comes, I really fall on both sides when it comes to the Candace Monique drama. I was on Monique's side. I saw Monique's side initially, but then I kind of saw Candace's issue as well when you go into like you're supposed to be fighting with your words. But I do get the whole thing, girl. You was asking for the ass whipping. But I also think Monique wanted to put her hands on somebody else in that room. But Candace was the one that was piping up for the
You
behind.
saying like she should have been wanting to fight Giselle and Robin.
And Robin, like she had other issues that she should have been dealing with, but yeah.
See, my memory is bad. Okay, so I remember Monique picking with Candace the whole season. Like, I remember when they were at the house, she was getting mad at Candace for something.
Mm-hmm.
I remember but Monique was mad because Candace didn't tell her that the girls were plotting against her, and then she considered her a sister. But Candace was taunting Monique a little bit, wasn't she? See, this is why I don't even want to go back into this.
I'm fine with that because
we'll come back to we'll come back to Potomac. All right. So we finished with Roni. Brynn, she's trying it. She's not sorry. She is doubling down on all her bullshit, and we're going to see going forward. Let's see. Monique was picking on her heavy because she couldn't get at the other OGs.
Yes.
They were mad at each other, and I'm still not sure why. Yeah, they were mad at each other.
They should have came to. I feel like they should have came together, Monique and Candace. I didn't understand why they were mad. I have to go. I think it was like episode 2 or 3 that explained it, but I can't fully remember this.
I wish Gabor was here. He would be able to tell us. But as far as Potomac goes, I think. You guys think we need Robin or Candace back? We need somebody back, Candace. Or do we? Are y'all happy the way it is?
I feel like we need. You're asking the people. Yeah, ask the people.
Everybody, the chat. I think that if Robin, now that I'm thinking about it, if Robin comes back, I feel like there's a new Giselle without Robin, a different Giselle.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I wanted Giselle gone and Robin to stay so we could see what we got out of Robin, because even if Robin was here, she would not have let up on Karen in that drunk driving thing. How everybody else kind of let it fall by the wayside. I think she.
I don't want to beat up on Karen for drunk driving.
Tell you something. I love Karen.
It's really, and I think let me issue this disclaimer. Mm-hmm. My mother was an alcoholic, so I know how difficult. She died from that shit, and I know how difficult it is to deal with an alcoholic. They will never admit to you that they have a problem. They could be like how Karen was at the jail with her wig, talking about, "I'm tired of this concubine." It's hard to get them bitches in rehab, and so I just have a soft spot, or I'm biased, so I'm not going to kick the lady, and so and plus I don't see people do that with the white girls who get who get their DUIs. The people don't beat up like how Mia is acting like Tamara, really.
Mia's acting like Tamara, but for me the difference between Shannon and Karen, the way Karen approached and broached this whole thing, to me was totally wrong in comparison. Like Shannon literally came into the season with white woman tears, like, "I'm so sorry," like, and she's feeding to some white people, so they gonna take it. But like, I feel like Karen, she really honestly could have said the same thing. Because my thing is, even if, girl, you was on something, and even if you don't want to tell us that it was alcohol, you could have told us pills, antidepressants. You said it was your parents. Girl, claim
it seemed like it was a mix of something, didn't it?
If I feel like it was a mix of something, personally, I feel like everybody's already said this, but girl, what about your friends? Like the fact that they let you out like that. But yeah, can I just say one more thing about Roni real quick?
Yes, please.
I'm proud of Jessel at how she kind of like took control of that moment and addressed Brynn about her feelings.
That was heartbreaking.
Okay, I thought I was the only one because I was kind of in tears over here, like, girl, like,
I didn't even look at it like that when it happened, you know?
yeah, because I was just thinking, like, because I have a spouse, and I was just thinking how it would feel if all of a sudden I'm just sitting here, watching TV, and then this secret comes out, and this rumor comes out, and now you have to explain to your guy,
A
like,
black guy, because you know those Indians, they don't play that shit, okay?
I would listen because the thing is, when that came out, I remember people in the comments saying like, "Oh, Jessica, Jessica got jungle fever," like, "Oh, just like a black man," and then like saying things about her parents. Like, I
They don't
mean,
play that shit.
and even if they don't, like, you, Brynn, you were effed up for even bringing that up. But she doesn't have anything to lose, just so she doesn't get it.
They said private family got some money too. I don't know if it's true or not. But hello.
Hello.
I can't see your name up here. Denmark Andy. What's up?
Hello.
Uh-oh.
I'm from Denmark.
Andy,
Denmark. What time is it in Denmark?
Like 1:30 in the night. So
Okay.
09. It's not too late.
4:09
It's okay.
a.m.
12 o'clock in the night.
Okay. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. How are you? How do you do in America? Do you work? Strong woman.
We're talking about Housewives. You watch the Housewives?
No. Maybe a few times when I was a kid. It's terrible.
But we're watching the Housewives right now.
I
So
like it.
so let's finish talking about the Housewives for a second. I thought that was heartbreaking when Jessel and Brynn tried to be like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Blah 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 blah.
oh yeah,
Comment.
even like,
Go ahead, take it away. I don't know what to do. Okay. Well, he technically has it. I don't know. Go ahead.
no, but you talking about how she responded to Jessel.
Yeah.
She doesn't have an apology in her to me.
She's not sorry for anything that she has done.
Because the fact that she walked into Jessel's room on some everything's okay, girl. No, it's not. Like,
She was like, "Oh, have you watched the
have
last
you
episode?
not
What are you
watched
talking
either?
about?"
Like, are you like? I don't understand why she has no apologies in her.
Okay, so are we ready for? Do y'all want to talk about? I mean, he's done Cola online live. Oh, um, Salt Lake City. Are y'all watching Salt Lake or no?
I have been, yeah.
No,
You haven't been?
I love Salt Lake. I think Salt Lake is better than Beverly Hills.
This is the thing about Salt Lake. Oh yeah, Salt Lake is better than Beverly Hills. The people who haven't been watching Salt Lake and who's been into Beverly Hills, I'm just like, you don't even know the half of it. What's interesting to me about the Salt Lake City reunion is it's so calm in comparison to the season.
I thought I was like the only one. Like, it's not really giving. I hope the last episode is.
Yeah.
And it's. I wish they would just let each other talk instead of just everybody jumping in. When somebody is talking, they all start jumping in, especially Bronwyn and Whitney. But the reunion isn't really. It's not as turned up as the season was. I guess they caught themselves. I don't know.
For some reason, I don't know. Last week I was disappointed by it. This week I was just like, well, maybe we are getting through stuff. It's just like we are. But the one thing is, I felt Andy on that whole Meredith and Angie thing. I'm just like, we have like this.
The program is fake. It's not real. I don't think it's real. Maybe it's
you
fake.
Don't think
they're like
what
actors.
Salt Lake City?
Yes.
Who's your favorite?
Real? What specifically?
Who's your favorite housewife?
The fish, in the fish tank in the house. One of them maybe have a fish tank. I have no idea. I have not seen this shit. But maybe they have a fish, you know?
No.
Okay. Ciao. I tried. I was trying to be nice.
Like I have no idea what's going on. That fish. I was like, Monique had fish. We not talking about Potomac anymore. Just
What are you talking about? Boy, bye. You just wanted to come up here and play. We're not playing right now.
it's looking good.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's so cute. I wish I had that magic.
But
touch
you
in
got
it.
something going on.
Girl, this is I put this on just for you. It's like
You can curl it up a little bit. I got these little you can curl it. It's human, right?
this is no, it's a mix. This is not my human. This is literally my work wig when I'm in my office. I have to like throw one because
But can't you curl those with like a low heat?
low heat. Yeah, I can. If I just put a little bit of actually if I put water and some mousse on it, it will kind of wave back up, which is why I appreciate this one.
Or some flexi rod things
Mm-hmm.
and let it dry.
But yeah, I'm trying this whole wig thing, trying to leave my natural hair alone a little bit, but you know, let it do its own thing. Because when I don't touch it, it grows like.
That's the thing about hair with Black women.
Mm-hmm.
If we would wash our hair more, go back to the days where you greased your scalp, or even just put some oil on your scalp. All of these new products, all this junk is all junk. I can show you so much junk. This is all junk.
And I feel like I had to learn my lesson the hard way to find the right stuff. But yeah.
All this crap is just all nonsense. You really just need some mousse if you want to wear your hair natural. All I had in my hair was mousse. This one is really like a butter. Sorry for the hair segment, y'all.
All right.
Camilla Rose is pretty good. It's really a butter. That's why I could curl it with this in it, because it's really just like a thick cream.
Okay.
But the rest of all this stuff is nonsense, especially the cheap ones like Cream of Nature. You see, it's dust all on this. I haven't used it. It's full.
I feel like Cream of Nature is like some of that stuff our parents used to use, our mamas used to use. So it's just like sometimes you pick it up for that quick, or you just go to Family Dollar and you just need something real. Well, I don't know the store, the quick walk-in store where you are, but you just need something real quick.
Some of the brands have completely sold over to like this one. What is this? Gold Series. This is Pantene. This is supposed to be their black line, I guess. It's still regular Pantene. It's not even Carol's daughter. This is Carol's daughter. This used to be the shit. It's not. They sell it to the big companies and they just turn into
girl, I remember when that was the ish. Oh my gosh, everybody had that stuff.
It was so good, and they use natural products, and because I make this stuff when I wear my hair straight, and I keep saying I'm going to make some now that I have my channel and give it and send it to a couple of y'all. It's just made with like bananas and honey and olive oil and tea tree oil and stuff like that that's in your kitchen. And these old companies, they used to have like, this is supposed to be a honey hydrate, but there's no honey in here. There's a little bit, it says, but there's so many other.
I love that stuff right there.
It's so thick.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I love that stuff. But who we talking about? Like somebody said, Black women are so welcoming. You're right. We gave them a chance.
We tried, I didn't know. I thought, okay, I'll swap with you. No, get out of here. Can 2 is terrible. I remember Can 2.
Oh.
Can 2 is awful. Can 2 is terrible. They need to stop.
No, I haven't tried. I've heard the Beyonce's line is good. I just haven't.
It's so expensive. I don't have $300 for hair stuff.
And my thing is, I'm at that point now. I found my concoction, my blend, my mix of stuff. I'm not trying to add because I had boxes of stuff. I had boxes of stuff that I was trying, and nothing was working. So once I finally found what worked, I just threw all the other crap away.
And that's pretty much what it comes down to. You find out your formula and keep it like that.
Yeah.
So I said, Wizard said I could have had me a Michael Darby. Speaking of that,
he would have left you for wine, girl.
On the board show, we were rating the looks last night, and I was saying how Ashley's been looking like a lot cuter now. But if you notice, you know, when she was with Michael, she was looking like a cheesy, you know, biracial girl. But now, like she's got some body, yaddy, yaddy. That's her black side coming out. You know, I guess he didn't want to see none of that.
Yeah. I'm surprised to see some of that. This is the thing about Ashley. Part of me don't even care about Ashley. I just I like her for what she is. That's how I feel about Ashley.
Ashley used to get it popping though. Remember when Candace was like, "You came in here with your breast milk."
But see, that was Candace. Candace was the one who used to read her. Like, if you had Candace in there reading her, maybe I would feel like, because like
I
a
heard
lot
that
of things
too.
that Candace say about Ashley, I agree with. Like, I like forehead. Could take it.
If Ashley is kind of flailing without Candace, she's like kind of like Batman and Robin. Like she doesn't have her. I don't know who's Batman and Robin. Well, you can say Ashley's Robin.
But see, that's
she
what I wanted for them. Like, that's what I wanted for them. I wanted them to be like the young Karen and Giselle. Like, you know, they cool with each other, but they will be the ones taking shots at each other. But if somebody comes at the other one, it's just like, okay, girl, I got your back. Let's get them. Like, that's what
especially now that Ashley's left Michael. I'm curious to see how Candace would treat her now.
Like, she's broke. Like, she's broke and has to depend on money to make it. That's one other thing. She's been on this show so many years and she's been married to a man for so long. Why don't you have money? Like, you have like,
because these men, there's a comment I have highlighted. Michael owns half of Ethiopia. You have these men or these companies that go into, like right now we have Gaza and the Ukraine, and they need to be rebuilt. Even like in California, the company BlackRock or whatever, they're going and buying up people's houses and stuff. And once they rebuild them, these people become rich. And they said that's what Michael does. Michael has a lot of money, but do you think Michael has all his money sitting in a Chase checking account for Ashley to come and get half of it? No, they're probably buried in trusts and insurance policies and LLCs and stuff. She just doesn't have access. She's caught at his mercy, really. I think that's the same thing with Bronwyn.
That's cool and that's fine. But my question again is, where is your money, Ashley? Like, where is your money? Because you've been on this show for they're on season 7 or 8 or something like that. Like, my thing is, I'm pressing that she might not be touching her money. Or do they have that relationship, that prenup where it's literally my money is my money and your money is your money. I'll pay for the house, this, that, and the other, and you will pay for your living expenses. Like, I really wonder what their relationship, their prenup was, for the fact that she acts like she has absolutely no money.
Well, I knew something was wrong with Ashley when he
put in on that $2 million house. Like, you couldn't even buy the $2 million house by yourself. It's crazy.
Well, she was a housewife. She didn't have a job.
But she was on the Housewives. They've been making money. Like, she's been there since the inception of the show. I would think she would have saved just a little bit.
Larger, I don't think that. We can ready fight about that. We can ready fight
about me putting Lisa picture up here looking like that.
Yeah, because you're trying me right now.
I am. You know it. That's only because I love you. You rate. If I'm trolling you, you rate really high.
She is a Bronwyn stan, and I'm not.
I like Bronwyn as a noob more than Brittany is my position. But I do not like Lisa, and that's where we really fall off the train.
Oh, you like Lisa, Richie? You like Lisa, Richie?
Love Lisa.
Okay, all right.
I'm trying to change this so I can have your names up here. Let me see. I'm sorry, I do not know how to work this yet.
Sometimes if you just take that comment off, our names might appear again.
Okay. Sorry, y'all. Go ahead, talk. Go ahead, Arja. So take my banner off. All right, let me see. comments.
Hey, Sweet Cherry, what's good, Shelves? Wizards in the chat. Charlie's in the chat.
Should I
Look,
take my
you already have, what are you calling your crew, Richie B?
Oh, here we go. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet.
Richie B and the Bees.
Yeah, the bitches.
No, you can use the bee like Mary Kay because you know they're not supposed to be able to fly because their wings are too small.
Oh. Let's get into Salt Lake, shall we?
Sure.
All the time.
Y'all are letting, it's not so much that I'm a Lisa Stan because I'm team Lisa, Heather, and Meredith. I'm team right couch.
Team
Because
left couch minus
we're
Whitney.
team left couch.
Okay.
You make me want a damn Newport so bad, though, Richie.
I feel like y'all are letting Bronwyn get away with too much because
I will agree that Bronwyn does have. I do agree Bronwyn has that way of she's
lying
talking and she's talking so much. I'm just like, girl, you lying. Like it's just like I
Thank you. Nobody needs to talk that much to get their point across.
But I will agree, she got the season popping to me this season, and that's
She
what
did. She did.
That's what I like about her. Like she made.
I'm not a hater. I feel like Bronwyn needs to stay. Bravo, Rookie of the Year, but she's doing too much a little bit.
Well, I feel like that with Lisa as well. See, I'm about to fall right in between both of y'all. See, I feel the same way with Lisa because I feel like Lisa, girl. My whole thing with her is, girl, if you just apologize.
So what? She didn't do anything.
My thing
she does everything and she does it wrong, Richie.
Right. My thing is you apologize and then you quantify the reason why you did what you did.
I'm gonna shut up and y'all tell me what Lisa did.
I'm sorry, say it again.
I'm gonna shut up and I want y'all to tell me what Lisa did to Bronwyn.
Well, Bronwyn had the point. She kept on making it clear. Every opportunity she got, she's like, Lisa, you're kind of expecting me to do things that you yourself are not willing to do for me. Where
like
are
what?
we?
Like what? You always say that, but you don't give an example of what did Lisa ask Bronwyn to do.
When her friend came
and
when her friend came and told Bronwyn that she was a gold digger or whatever, and she literally turned to Lisa in that moment and was like, Lisa, really? Like, you're not, she gave Lisa, so she identified to Lisa in the exact moment where she thought Lisa was failing, and Lisa still didn't even see it for her. Whereas Lisa, your girl Baby
Who called Bronwyn a gold digger?
Brittany, your girl Lisa literally brought up what happened to Angie K and the circle jerk because she wanted somebody, including Angie, anybody at the table, to be like, this is messed up. And then for her example, she's like, what if somebody said this about your husband? Because she expects for other people to come to her defense moment, and that's why
The first of all, Bronwyn told Angie about her thing getting repo. Angie was laughing at the table, and the message was to Angie. So it was like, for real, Angie. So what about it was an analogy.
That's also something that happened, but I just gave you what you asked for, which is a prime example of what Bronwyn's problem with Lisa is, and an example of Lisa's expectation from everybody else.
Bronwyn can articulate and fight for herself. We have all seen that. Yeah. Why does she need Lisa to go after Brittany of all people?
I don't know.
She can handle that on her own. Number one. Number two, the stuff that Bronwyn is asking from Lisa, she should be asking from her parents. Like, she wants to be validated, and like she shouldn't need that from her husband and her parents, not Lisa. It's
but we don't even know what the ladies agreed to.
It's weird to me that Bronwyn expects so much from Lisa. Like, for instance, this is a very prime example of what I'm talking about. Last night, right? She was like, oh yeah, Todd didn't cheat. And they were like, whoa. You were mad at me because I didn't trash your husband. I didn't help you. I didn't say what you wanted me to say in that moment. And now it's like, oh, well, he didn't cheat. What about everybody? You caused a big thing on this trip. You went back and told Lisa, that they were talking, you tried to malign Whitney and Heather and Angie and go run back and tell Lisa shit that you baited them into saying. Like now all of a sudden he didn't cheat. What's that? What is
I
that?
think okay, so that you just made me about
No, you
three
have to make up
things.
excuses. Go ahead. Go ahead. I want to see you do
And
this.
for the infidelity thing, I believe that she did walk that back, and we can add it to the list of non-truths on the Bronwyn side.
And
She
that's just
walked
okay.
that back.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
no, that's fine. That's fine because it still
No,
doesn't
it's
negate the
not.
fact. It does not negate the fact that Lisa Barlow literally ended the season with the expectation that she thinks people should speak up for her.
It's very Kyle.
But then when Bronwyn said, "Why aren't you
But
speaking up for her?"
I'm
She
not
was like, "We don't know what we're
remembering.
talking about."
I cannot remember when Lisa was like, "You didn't stick up for me." Like I'm not
She
remembering.
did
I'm
that,
asking
no,
That
you.
was the
Michelle.
first, like she did that. She didn't do that with Lisa. I'm sorry, she knew that with Bronwyn, but she does do that with Angie regularly.
Angie K, yes.
She does
Because
do
they
that.
supposed to be like this. They were
But are
supposed to
they?
be like this, like her and Meredith. If you see Lisa and Meredith, they never say a bad word. They're not having lunch with Whitney. They're not having. Basically, they're not. Cohorting with the ops. Meredith and Lisa are back. Lock and step.
No.
Angie was supposed to be like that with Lisa, but you're sitting over here with Bronwyn, agreeing with Bronwyn and Whitney. So it's like I don't like this thing where Angie does where she's straddling the fence.
The thing with Lisa is it's almost like if you're my friend, you can't talk to anybody else. That was the thing for me when it came to.
No, you can't be on nobody else's side. You cannot be with my fucking ops and be my friend. Period.
We can't
And
have
that's what Bronwyn is trying to establish. That's all Bronwyn is trying to establish. Listen. Just 3 seconds. She's a dude. She came on as Lisa's friend. Lisa, she expected her friend to do some type of something for her that she's not getting.
No. She came on here trying to big dog the girls and use her relationship with Lisa to big dog them. She tried to come in and like mean girl all the other girls, like how she wanted Lisa to cut, like she wanted her to cut Heather off. Okay, like she wants Lisa to cut these grandparents off. She doesn't know Lisa's relationship with these grandparents, but it's such a bad thing because Bronwyn was a teen fucking mom, and that's another thing. Bronwyn, if she want to protect her daughter so much, why does she have a sit down on camera with her daughter about this? She's acting like Lisa brought this whole thing on camera, brought this whole thing about this, that, and the third, and Lisa just doing all this fuck shit about her daughter. But Lisa Bronwyn is the one who brought it up on camera. They had their conversation on the plane. It was not on camera. Bronwyn brought it up on camera. She wanted it to be a storyline, and she got backlash from it, and now it's all Lisa's part.
That's true.
And I got some tea about that. I got a little bit of tea. Listen to me for a second.
Miscarriage. It was about the miscarriage.
Let me tell you the tea. So the tea is, hold up, is that they discussed when they talked about it on camera, when Bronwyn brought it up, they discussed the miscarriage, right? Bronwyn went to production and said, I don't want this on the show. They cut it out. But Lisa didn't know that. So by the time she gets to the after show, she's still talking about the conversation that they had at the nailery or whatever they were doing. She did not know that she asked Bronwyn asked production to cut it out. So now you're trying to act like Lisa is just bringing up this thing out of nowhere when you know you already talked about it on camera. Lisa just did not know that you asked production to cut it off.
She did definitely tell Lisa she went to production and asked her to take it out.
So my thing is the people they should be mad at in that situation is production. That's a production fuck up. The production that she asked, and they should have kept that out. They shouldn't even ask that question. Or told her to stop.
You pointed it out. Why did you say it? That's my thing. You're mad because Todd got mad or the grandparents got mad. It's obviously, to me, if you read between the lines, it's a affluent family who has money or something that, because Bronwyn's like, I made very careful not to say who it was. I made very careful not to do that. You shouldn't be talking about it if you don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, those people have access to something. They are somebody.
She's shook it, okay?
Yeah, everybody's shook when it comes to talking about them. But I'm not even gonna lie. The conversation is weird. It's a little dark. I do kind of feel like Because I heard something else. I heard that he was married when she got pregnant.
That's what I heard too.
Yeah, but because my thing is he was in college, but there's nothing for them to get married young in that.
That's their culture.
Yeah.
And
So,
if you notice, somebody said his wife reached out to Bronwyn about the kid.
Right.
So I'm reading between the lines and I'm thinking, oh, it's some tea about to come out that Bronwyn don't want out, and now it's all Lisa's fault.
That's
Y'all gonna
not
stop
true.
dumping on Lisa.
And that was part of what Bronwyn's problem is that it's all going to get misconstrued because of the information that is being introduced. That was the wife she talked to years later. Obviously, when she was 19, the man wasn't married at the time. It was
You
years
don't know
later. Obviously, she said it. Oh my God. Oh my
I don't
God.
believe
Whatever.
Bronwyn.
I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
Because she could have
Well,
thought that he wasn't married, but he
There's-
might have
there's
been.
some- maybe she was having an affair with him after, after Brynn, what's the baby name? Gwen. Maybe she was still sleeping with him after Brynn was here. I'm getting these girls
Oh, you
confused.
think
Too many
Ron was
girls.
still around after the baby was still around him after the baby was born? I don't think that.
Right. Maybe they were
No,
still
that
sleeping
didn't
together.
happen.
I don't know. Because when did he die?
That didn't happen.
He died 2 years after
Who did besides 2 years when?
after Gwen was born.
Oh, so I don't know.
Gwen was 2, is what she said.
So when did she have Gwen? When she was in
Gwen
college?
Yeah,
is
in college.
18. Didn't she say the thing that Gwen is 18 and she can do what she wants now that she's 18 or something?
Yeah.
At the reunion, she just said that.
Yeah. So she must have been like 19, 20 herself because she says she's 38 or 39 or something like that.
Mm.
So
She looked old. Some wrinkles look about
Yeah,
40
baby
now.
Wrinkles looks like 53. No, baby Wrinkles looks about 78. She's aging like mayonnaise.
All of them. And I love Lisa, but she's gonna have to leave the mechanically separated chicken nuggets from Wendy's and the artificially sweetened Diet Coke because that skin is just like.
Horrible. It looks like
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper.
I don't think a dermatologist can fix that. She's talking about she don't like fresh food from Italy, girl. You need to eat some vegetables.
she's sitting beside the beauty lab. She just go to talk to Heather.
That's
Well,
not
Heather
helping.
isn't helping. So
Her
far,
skin looks
Heather
like
isn't
it's
helping.
worse than Mia's.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Worse than Mia's. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's
It
not.
really does. I'm not even trying to be funny.
But
But
I do
everything is
love
not
Bronwyn.
Lisa's
I don't
fault.
mind.
You said everything is
Everything that
not
goes wrong in Bronwyn's life is Lisa's fault, and I don't like that. Like,
But she
stand in
acts
your
like
own
she's
shit.
the HBIC. So if there's a problem, then the
She
HBIC.
is the HBIC.
Then she
They
should take
made
it.
her the HBIC.
I don't know
You
why
see how
she
they
didn't
all
earn it.
run up after
Yes.
her?
They run
Whitney.
up her ass. Like it's crazy.
She did not earn it.
You said she did not?
Girl,
did
you
not
are
earn it.
18.
What has Lisa done?
If the
To
girls
earn
crown her,
HBIC.
if the girls
Listen,
have crowned
it is-
her to
it is-
HBIC,
No, but what
then
has she
that's what
done?
it is.
It is embedded in Heather. She's felt this way about Lisa since she was in college. Her.
Yeah.
Meredith and Lisa always like they have a twinship about each other. I can't get it. They stay close like this since we met.
Yes. And they don't go against each other. And I like that. I love that for them.
And Lisa have been close for a long time, and then
And so
Bronwyn thought they were
Bronwyn.
better or closer friends than it really was. So I feel like and then it's the same way with Heather. I'm not Heather, Whitney. It's like wherever Heather goes, Whitney kind of want to go, even though she acts like she doesn't. So I feel like that is the reason why they're like kind of like ants trailing up her ass. Like it's
The problem with Heather and Whitney is that not Brynn, but the problem with Whitney and Heather is Lisa, that Lisa has accepted Heather into her circle and not Whitney, because look at the nut shit Whitney be doing.
Whitney
But
talking. Is Whitney still healing? Is Whitney still healing? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, let's see.
Because she said at the first episode, and we have not heard anything else, but she has been on a tirade ever since.
And she said, "Shut the fuck up" one more time, I'm going to jump through the TV, because, like, girl, calm down.
Right.
That's so weird. Like, shut the fuck up, Lisa.
Happy Year of the Snake, by the way.
What'd you say?
Happy Chinese New Year. It's the Year of the Snake.
Oh, is that good?
Yeah, it's about transformation, shedding your old skin, stepping into your newness. It's a good year.
Okay. Oh, is that why the Chinese stores are closed?
Yeah, that's why they're closing. That's why I don't know if you guys hear them out there, but they do those firecrackers all night and day for a couple of days on their
Maybe
porches. Have you guys been hearing those?
we have a big Chinatown downtown, so probably down
Yeah.
there they are.
Yeah, it's not on this side of town. Yeah.
We have Chinese neighbors. We live in the very suburbs, and we got Chinese neighbors, and all night long it was tat 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 tat. Oh my God, you guys! I was just over and I saw a freaking Love and Marriage Huntsville. Do you ever check that show out? Melody
Yeah.
Sherry Rogers just went live again, and I caught that one yesterday too. But she just went live again,
Again,
and
what was
she's
you saying?
someplace chilling, and her and Jason are in. Her, Jason, and Lauren are all chilling in this very nice, very beautiful, like
I don't know who
uh,
that is. Who are
apartment or
they?
something. But she was
Who
on
are
her
Jason
live,
and Lauren?
and she flipped the camera, and there was a 9 on the table. I was like, oh my gosh.
What's the 9 mean?
A
Oh,
gun.
Oh,
oh,
gun.
we can't say that, and you can't say that word on your thingamabob.
Oh
You have to
shit.
say pow pow or something like that.
Okay. Pow pow.
Yeah,
But
but
Melody,
she was
bye, please.
Why don't you let
right.
him?
I'm like, oh
I'm
my
sick of
goodness.
Melody.
Hi,
I'm tired
Milo.
of Melody. I don't even want to start fighting about Melody.
No, got
So
Oh,
time.
you don't like her either?
I don't like. No, I don't like Melody. I don't like,
You love
and
her stuff.
especially this year, I don't like what she tried to do to Kimmy and Maurice with his DUI.
She explained that in her
Well, that's what
live.
the live was about yesterday.
Yeah, she explained that.
She
They
It
made
explained
it.
it.
doesn't matter. What she did on camera and how she, supposedly she didn't like anyone, when everybody was supposedly, talking about the dissolution of her marriage and blah, 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 blah. I guess she called herself getting her some get back, I don't know, and saying that he had red lipstick on his lips or his collar or whatever. And went around to everyone in the group spreading that, and it got back to Kimmy, and Kimmy tried to ask her about it, and she was just like, I don't have to discuss it with you. And it was just so like stank and nasty, and it's like
Well,
the way
okay, so she
It
explained
all
that all
points
in
to
her
elevated.
live
production.
yesterday.
Yeah, she explained that. It kind of all points to production and making them do things. And she had a conversation with Kimmy. And Larger, you correct me if I'm wrong. She had a conversation with Kimmy, which it should have been squashed. They were still cool. Everything was cool and chill. But at the reunion, now it's rah rah about what was said on TV. But we were
Right.
just cool.
But she was also saying that production is leading this narrative of a charge because they're the
I
ones,
honestly
they
believe
sent her,
production wants to bring Ariane on the show.
of course, any Melody haters always think that a bed bug has a place in somebody else's bed.
I said production wants to bring her on the show,
Mm-hmm.
and
Well,
I
and then it came
actually.
out that Trish knows Ariane.
Well, I think now they go ahead and can because I
I
do
don't
feel
like
like Melody
Tish.
has
I don't
officially.
like Tish at all.
I feel like she's officially quit, so they can go ahead and do that now. It's fine.
Who, Melody officially quit?
I feel like she quit because in that live, the other
Oh,
live
good.
yesterday,
Good.
she said like my former castmates. Oh, that means you quit. Like,
Good. So maybe we can get like a real show going now because everyone's tiptoeing around her and she sits by
Well,
herself. And it's just
well, if
weird.
you do a melody counter, I didn't know what other words they're gonna say because the only words out the rest of the cast's mouth is melody, 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 melody.
you know what's
Not
so crazy?
really.
I don't even watch that show, and it's crazy. I know everything that's going on. Like it's so
Right?
That's the
zeitgeist.
problem. Everything
Yeah.
happens on social media. I want Ariane on the show. I do.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
like
no,
sweet
I,
tea
I, I
pie.
want Ariane on the show getting
Let's
checked for
shake it up.
STDs.
Melody,
I want her getting checked for
hey,
STDs and get
yay!
tested
Let
and
me
got
make you a
positive.
moderator. Um, Melody, even at the wedding, she was just like separated from everybody. And it was
Yeah,
like, why?
because they
She doesn't fuck with
separated.
anybody on there. So like, why are you here?
Because she created, that's like saying, why am I in my house when I have guests that stay too long and I'm holed up in my room because they have worn out my last nerve in my living room. So I'm holed up in my room. And then you come over and you're like, well, why are you still living here if they're bothering you so much?
It's giving Mariah Hawk,
I'm
you
about to
know?
say Big Mariah.
We're on the same
Sound very
page.
much like Mariah.
Yeah.
But I kind of want Melanie to get up off the table because I just feel like it's gonna always be this as long as she's there. And
Yeah.
my
That's
thing
why I
is,
feel
if
like
you
the
fall on the
Scots should
side
go.
of a Melanie fan, like you're gonna be like, okay, so what's the cast gonna do now? And if you fall on the side
They
of the
need to
cast,
get rid of the
cast,
Scots and all the problems will be gone.
yeah, like
No, we need
Get
the
rid of the
Scott.
Scots. The
I love
Scots are
the Scott
toxic.
as a
Even the old
family.
Scott sister wouldn't have
I
been hanging
know
out
how
with
they
the
was
sister.
arguing about the fight, how to kill each other, and at the wedding they was just like, "Yo, what's up, my G?" DGF. They was like, "What's up, my nigga?" You know, they all sitting together laughing. They can get over it. They can work shit out, hash shit out like adults, and
Do
move
they
on,
get
and not
over
hold
it?
a
Because
grudge.
Melody's in their mouth for 9 seasons. They have not stopped talking about Melody for 9 seasons. So do they get over stuff?
That's Martell. He's still in love with Melody.
that part.
No, but it's the Scots saying it.
The Scots don't do that.
Why? They
But
did it.
can
What
I
do you
ask you the
mean don't
question?
do
Can
what
I
they
ask you a
did?
question as it relates
Yeah,
to all of this, as it relates
yeah,
to the Scots and everything? Do y'all
yeah.
feel like they try to bring other stuff to the show?
No.
Because and the part for me that makes it that is Mr. Keith.
So bad. Wait,
Um,
go ahead. So, what you say?
no, I was asking, do they bring anything else other than this to the show? Because I feel like every season it's a Melody Martell, the host, I can't
I
remember the
mean,
other
who
name.
else is there? Destiny. What's this thing about Destiny having a threesome with them? Is that true?
Oh, that's the why. Okay, so yesterday on the live,
The grooming?
she went over Kimmy, she went over Trish, she went over some other co-star. Oh, Nell is a liar. She showed video, she showed actual text messages between her and production and her and other cast members. So she blew up, she burnt the bridge, she blew up the spot.
Yeah,
And then it
Who
cumulated.
did? Melody?
Melody.
Melody, yes, Melody is not playing anymore.
Well, why? What made her flip like that? What made her get like that?
Because Destiny um said that she was groomed by Mel and Martell for a threesome.
Girl,
And
bye.
in writing in the it says season 9 episode 30, when this happens, and Destiny confronts Melody about being groomed by them. And so that's a crime. So if you're saying I groomed you for some criminal activity, that's some very Phaedra Parks
Mm-hmm.
freaking Portia Candy situation. You're saying you bringing us back to there. And so she said that without them proving it, asking her, vetting it, or making sure that it was true, before putting it in writing, makes them liable for defamation and slander. And now you go to look for anything about season 9, episode 30, the episode for
So
tomorrow.
Melody got a
Can't
little
find it
freaky side of
anywhere.
her.
They scrubbed the web from it, you guys, but I did find
Mm-hmm.
it on TV Deets. Look, and this is what it said, and this is what she's talking about. I'll show you
Oh, I know
guys.
what you're talking about, yeah.
Melody got a little
Oh
freaky
my
side of
God.
her. She got a sex tape with Martell. She won threesomes with Destiny. Oh, I see you, Mel.
That's disgusting. And that's exactly why she's upset.
Because it's
Okay.
coming out. Because
No,
they telling her to.
because people who want to believe that nastiness will believe it.
I mean, what's so
Okay,
nasty
so
about
here it
it?
is.
People have
Here it is on
threesomes.
Rotten Tomatoes. Can you see? I don't know. Hi, everybody.
There she go.
So it's I got it from Rotten Tomatoes, and I had to do a screenshot because the entire web says 404 error page not found if you go to look for any definitions of this. But this is what she's talking about. It said, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Kimmy and Melody. So it says Love and Marriage Huntsville, and it was the description that was all everywhere. It was everywhere yesterday before her live. It says Kimmy and Melody argue over Melody's double standards. Destiny claims Martell and Melody groomed her for a threesome. Sunny joins the cast on stage to hash. And if you click that, it says no longer available, page not found. They are backtraddling. She has the law involved. For them to put this in writing
Oh,
without
girl. That
vetting
Melody's
on that
chilly.
show
Just so you
is
know.
another example to her about their continued pattern of only putting things out about her more than they do about the other people. And this is proof. And this is the only place you can find it. And this is from Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to add on that larger because I think it's interesting. I want to know what the episode is going to be tomorrow because I know that he doesn't let them proof. They can't see the show before they do the reunion, is what I heard.
Yeah.
So
tomorrow
my question, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So that's supposed to come in the episode tomorrow, the reunion.
Right. So my question is this episode
So
going
that
to
was
be
the finale.
ended
Not to cut you
tomorrow?
off. That was the finale Saturday that just passed.
Yeah, that was supposed to be the finale, was the wedding. And
Okay.
now,
So this episode that's coming is supposed to be the reunion?
isn't it?
And so they talk about this in the reunion? Did she say
I-
they talked about it in the reunion, the grooming part of it?
Hey, it says episode 30. It doesn't say reunion though. Here, let me ask the phone. When is the reunion? That's what I'll ask the phone. Because if this
Bye,
isn't the
Melody.
reunion,
Bye, girl. Bye, Melody.
Maybe
Tired of
I love the
you.
marriage
Richie,
Huntsville.
Richie B's night.
I feel like she's holding up the show. Like, we can't have Martell on the show anymore. I like to see Martell and all of his shenanigans. Like,
What is
I
Martell
like,
doing though?
huh?
What is Martell doing?
Who gives a shit? I want to see Martell, and I want to see him get his life together. I want to see who he's dating, if it's Ariana or not. Why can't he bring his the kids and stuff on the show? Because
That is the
He
reunion.
can't even pass the test. He is
The
never
reunion is on Saturday the 1st. So
I
that
thought
is
she was a nurse, Ariana.
Is she a nurse or
But she didn't finish school.
she just
I
take
thought
the
she
bullet?
was a side dish nobody really likes.
I thought she was in college to be an RN, and she just didn't finish. That's what I heard. That's what I saw.
I mean,
Well, but you know, people want to see Martell, but he hasn't even finished a builder's license. What you want to see him do? Twiddle his thumbs and drink Inez at the house openings. He can't even sell his own house because
Yeah,
he didn't have a
I'd rather
builder's
see
license
Martell
or
than
a
Melody
real
sit up
estate
there
license.
stonewalling all the girls and not telling us anything. We're not allowed to see anything. You're not allowed to ask anything. She leaving the parties early. She, you
Yeah, because
know.
I don't want to be bothered. You're about to make all
Well,
your
don't
pennies
be
off me.
bothered. Go
Get
home.
to
Stop
anyone.
coming. You don't want to talk to nobody on the show. Go. Why are you here? Why are you
And
here?
why are they there? If they're so concerned about
Get a
her not
check
talking to
and
them,
go ahead.
you
Just
see
be
how
an
bothered all
executive
of you are?
producer and just go. Just go be a executive producer and go
Did
sell
you guys notice?
your stuff or whatever you sell and just go ahead.
But did you guys notice how after
Don't be
she
taking shit
left the
too deep.
table, the cameras didn't even stay and listen to what they were saying because they're so freaking boring. Not even production wants to leave the cameras on around them without melody. How about that?
Because she made this grand entrance of getting up and it looked like Martell was going to go after her for a second and then the pastor had already fell out. I don't know what happened after that.
Nothing. We didn't get to see nothing. Nothing. Because the cameras aren't interested in the Scots without them talking about or running after Melody.
Melody didn't want that fucking smoke from all of them.
Look, she don't need the smoke. She is the smoke.
well, she said they all sat around and hung out after the wedding, and she was just like, I wonder why they didn't show that. They don't show the good times when they having a good time.
Yeah.
Melody said that?
Yeah.
She literally sat away from the Martell said.
She said they all came together, but
No, she
Martell
said
wasn't
at the
with them.
reception.
Yeah,
He said they hang out together off camera, but on camera she does this thing where she sat away from everybody and then she got up when he came to the table and left.
Liar. So here we go again with trusting
Yes,
a known
bring back
liar,
Miss
cheater,
Bronwyn.
baby maker on the side. So anything Martell says, I take with 10 grains of salt, and then I check my sodium and my blood pressure because I'm still not buying it.
You need to be not so involved in this.
I'm involved, and this is as involved as I'm staying.
It should not be affecting your blood pressure.
Exactly. Because
I want to see Ariane and Martell on the show. If Melody doesn't want to play, then bring Ariane on. Sorry.
They don't do, neither one of them do anything.
Well, I don't know that.
Well,
I feel
So what
like
have we seen with
I
her?
feel like they should let him get his way. To be honest with you, I just feel like just the way Carlos moves in this whole situation. Because I always go back to production because I just pay attention to what everybody says about the show. I think I watched maybe 3 episodes of this show. I just feel like they should let Martell have his way. I feel like Mel should go. Honestly, I feel like Mel should go, and I feel like they should let him have his way and put this girl on here. And then I really feel like the rest of the people will leave. To be honest with you, because it seemed like Tisha is pissed off at the whole situation because of what Martell did on the show like a couple of weeks ago.
All she does is let her mom talk for her. She needs to
That's how we need
go. What
Wanda
does
back.
Tisha even do except for try to wear Melody as a skin suit?
Oh, girl. That sounds lame.
Everything Melody does, Tisha runs up, follows behind her. Melody had a podcast for her moms. Tisha went and did a podcast. Melody does this. Tisha runs and does that. Melody, Tisha, Melody, Tisha. Tisha not gonna know what to do. She can't even not wear a bob the same time that Melody wears a bob at the damn freaking reunion. Get your own thought, lady.
Is Richie frozen? Because I feel like she's like staying in that same place.
Yeah, she had stayed there like that for. I thought she was mad dogging me, but I think she's frozen.
That is going defending.
Uh-oh.
Oh girl, yeah.
My numbers are still running. Can the people in the chat can they still hear us?
Yeah, I'm looking at I see us at YouTube. We're still on here. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I don't know. I'm still very adverse to this bed bug who broke up their family and him being rewarded for breaking up a family, and then for him to sit his dasty community peen ass up in the finale talking about, I really messed up. I really thought that we could still get back to, I thought she was going to accept my shit some more and I was going to be able to wipe off this peen and stick it back in her and end back up in her good graces with some money and access to the money.
Right.
But I can't. I guess it's really over because I'm a dork and I have community peen and no standards and I can't even finish my builder's test, but I drink lots of wine and oh yeah. Oh, and then I want to fight my friends, but I really don't because they're all my friends and we pass the girls around and then and then I'm gonna get coleslaw on because that'll really just make Melody so mad. But yeah, whatever, dude. Whatever.
Like he lives to make her mad. That's the thing with me. Like he lives to aggravate her. And to me, a man like that, I can't stand. I can't stand.
Yeah, me neither.
Like keep him over here. Can I ask you a question, Larger? Because I haven't spoken to you since last SLC reunion. And I think you were one of the people who said they need Monica back. Was that you?
Yeah, I love Monica Garcia. I just got finished texting with her. I love her.
Do you? So I feel like you just answered my question. So do you feel like she is needed?
Yeah, I love Monica Garcia. I just got finished texting with her. I love her. Do you?
Can
you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. You had froze for a really long time and then you disappeared, but now you're back.
Yeah.
My Wi-Fi went back in and out. I don't know. I just turned my Wi-Fi off. Wait, I have another guess. Is that me? Oh, Amy J. Hey.
We got some millimeters up here. Lord T.
Oh my God, I'm about to get jumped.
No. I'm not a millimeter. I'm just saying, like, y'all be dead loyal for this woman. She is a problem.
Millimeter. It's a millimeter.
I just be.
Well, I mean, I just feel like y'all don't give like the credit to the other cast members. She's not the only person there that's giving drama. At this point, she's in a way. She's in a way.
I'm not sure why everybody in the world believes that if you like a person, like it. So I'm not a Lisa meter. I'm not a Bronwyn meter.
Well, she has a fan club.
I'm not a
Everybody
mellow
knows
Let her
anything.
talk, Larger. Let her talk. Let Amy talk.
No, she has a fan base, and y'all be going hard. And sometimes the truth is right in front of your face. If Melody don't want to do the show, or she wants to sing perfect all the time, she don't need to do the show. I mean,
That's
it's
what
ways
we
to
saying.
handle. Because the thing is, if you come in and go in on what's the one who's on drunk driving? If you can come in and question him about his drunk driving, people can do the same to you. It's like she wants to throw rocks and then don't want to have the rock thrown back. Like, come on, Melody, play the game.
And my thing is, like, if you don't want to participate, I'm not trying to be funny or mean or anything. If you really don't want to participate, you sitting away from everybody, you leaving when Martell come, where we can't have a good scene, then why are you here? Seriously, why are you here?
She acts like she's above it, but you need it to survive at this point. You need the publicity. You need the show, just like they need the show. You
Cause
just
are
want
y'all
the
buying
best
her
thing.
products? Now I'm being shady. Are y'all buying? Does she still sell her products? What does she sell now?
I don't know. Look at t-shirts.
Face stuff.
Larger, what she sell? Her boss brunches, boss babe brunches.
Oh, I don't know. Am I allowed to talk now? I don't know.
Yes,
I'm sorry. Sorry, Lana.
yes, larger. Come on.
She went back.
Come on, Lana.
Yeah.
Come through. Come
You
through.
need to see it. She just,
So larger is not going to melody us. So I think they should bring. I think they should bring Ariane on the show. If that's who Martell
That'd be some
is,
good TV.
wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. I'll have a
I
good
think
tackle
that
every
would
Saturday,
bring.
every
I know they
Sunday.
itching for that over at
And you
King.
know what else? You know what else? You see how Melody set Trisha Lyon ass down at the listen. If Trisha don't want that man, I will take him. Okay, but
Okay,
anyway,
he's fine.
and
He's a good,
I
and he
want.
working. That's a good man there,
What?
Savannah.
And he was taking care of. He said, "I'll pay for all this, all these cars, all this, that, and third. I'll pay for everything in this motherfucker."
All I
I
mean is
want
Trisha got that walk. That's all that means. She got some good stuff because he ain't going nowhere after that argument. He came right back home.
you could right because I looked on their Instagram. They having a party soon. I want her to sit. You see how she sat down and grilled Trisha about Martell? I want her to do the same thing to Ariane.
Yes, sir.
That's when Melody will get my respect. If she could do that and stop running away from it, because to me, she's been trying to keep this. I don't want to talk to Martell thing. I don't want to do that. You know, I'm just so above it all, but you really not. You rolling up on bitches. I want to see that Melody. But I want you to sit Ariane ass down, just like you did Trisha, and grill the hell out of her. I want to see that.
Yeah. But we don't think she wants him back. It's just the facts are the facts. You here like a groupie. You want to see me. Because why you joining the show, Trish?
But you with my husband, okay? I don't even want him no more. But while we on the topic, I got a few questions.
Yeah. Trish couldn't handle the heat.
Do you think that's why Trish got mad at her like that
Yes,
at the
she
party?
did. Because she wanted to come in to keep the lie alive. It's like, baby girl, you're here because of me and my ex. That's the only reason why you're here. And you hate
Trisha,
me.
the way Trisha was like getting with Melody was so left field to me at the party. And Nels, what was it? What kind of party was it? Whatever kind of party Mel was having with
Bridal
them
I think
damn
it
shower.
was
feet.
Martell's no, it was somebody's it was the
Nell's
girl's
bridal
wedding
shower.
party. Yeah, her. She was been too extra for somebody who ain't slept with him.
And girl, you've been lying since you came up here, Trisha. You said you should have just played along with when he tried to act like he didn't know you. You should have just played along with it instead of you keep lying every time they ask you about it.
Yep. The way she said she didn't want her ex, and then hearing that she had a phone call like with saying that she would take him back in a heartbeat. That woman's a whole liar.
And a hoe.
Yep. That's
Sounds
not
just like
right.
Martell's type.
What'd you say?
Pretty much.
I said it sounds just like Martell's type.
Trisha? Yeah.
Yeah, Trisha and Ariane both have the lying hoes in common.
Ariane has what?
Trisha and Ariane have lying hoes in common.
Trisha better be careful. She gonna lose that man.
Yes, and there's a lot of people that's ready to be with him.
They're already in his
That's my
DMs like
type,
he is
okay?
Dr. G. They sending him all the different 5-word combinations and 3 emojis they can muster, trying to pull up with a sweet tea and Dr. G situation. They're like, is it I can give you what you want, a ring, a heart, and a baby? Or is it, oh, do you want this wet, a peen, a freaking wet emoji and some lips? That people are really trying to like just figure out the combination for him to
I mean, he's a
respond.
good looking man. And he works. Come on, people.
Yeah.
It's, the bar is low right now. That's all it takes.
And he loves people that already have multiple children.
Yeah.
Even more of a reason. You taking care of kids? Let me come see you.
Are you trying to gaslight him over Martell? Girl, what is wrong with you?
Girl.
I think the way she was like telling him no, no, no at the end of the thing, I was like, did she do all this to get to Martell?
I
Yep.
think so. Did you see how she tried to shut him up when he started talking about he was paying for everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how she tries to play him off like it's a Martell thing when she's lying, constantly covering up for Martell, which is the problem.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yes, sir. I think her plan was to come on the show and try to have an organic hookup with Martell, with us not knowing their history. And it's like they blew the spot up by keep bringing it up, and she had to admit to it because Melody put her on to like I know why you're here, and I know
You
you
think
slept with
Melody
my
already
ex.
knew that you had a history with Martell?
Mm-hmm. They all did. That's why she looks stupid trying to lie.
And poor Stormy. What Stormy was just like, you know what? I'm not doing this. What happened to Stormy?
She took her body glaze, and after she finished her last court case, yeah.
Stormy. Ciao. Stormy.
So your hair is completely dry right now, and those are your natural curls and that's a hot iron.
Yeah. Because I slept on it. I didn't wrap it up. But it doesn't look nice when I wrap it up anyway. Unless I
Um,
wet it and just really like plait it back down, which I didn't do. So I'm just cheating.
do you try any of those curl enhancer like mixed chicks or any type of thing like that for your hair?
I just went
No.
through a whole thing. I just showed all the products and they're all nonsense to me. I like the Camilla Rose line because this is
Uh-huh.
just like straight. Can I make? How do I make myself solo layout? Oops, I don't know what I'm doing.
Nice glasses on, Michelle.
You. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
I
Why are
missed the
you in
ratings the
this?
other
You
day.
are hilarious.
I wanted to say Wendy looks so
I'm
good.
sorry. I'm trying to put it back the way
Oh,
it
on
was.
the reunion
Like,
pics.
Yeah, Wendy and Giselle had the better looks. I have to say they both look good.
There was somebody I like Stacy's, but I wish her hair was up. I really like Stacy's dress. It was
Stacey
beautiful.
looked nice.
Yeah.
I'm really mad
Like
at Karen for not coming
Wendy.
to that reunion.
I'm not. That's a chess move. After the way those ladies tried to act like they were the fucking court, fuck them. They're not getting my time again.
The chess move would have been you not being at the beginning of the season and being at the reunion. Like, I'm not the reunion, at rehab before the season started, and then maybe coming in
Mm-hmm. You
on
know
some
what? I
hey
really
y'all, it's
believe they're gonna give her jail time, and that's why she's fired her lawyers.
I really hate to say it because I love Karen, but I hope so. She
I
needs
think
it.
she's gonna go to jail
I
for
don't
like a
think she
year.
needs any jail. I
Yeah,
think no
she
jail
is.
should be
She
required because when white people have horrible addictions, they are offered rehab. They can just have ran over 3 families. They can just whatever. But now we need this black lady to be under a jail, please. She needs to be extended the opportunity to get healed of her addiction. And then
Georgia, I'm a
that,
thousand
yeah,
percent with you. And I don't know if you were here when I said my mother was alcoholic. She died from that. So I don't bash Karen when,
mm,
for her alcoholism. But usually when you get in trouble like this, um,
multiple
like I got in
times.
trouble, it was regarding like a drug case. But I had before basically somebody sent me in the pharmacy to pick up a prescription for them, but it was a bad one. I didn't know that.
yeah.
Um,
Oh snap! I just heard about that.
so I got in trouble. I gave them my ID and everything. Like had I wouldn't did none of that shit if I known. But anyway,
Hmm.
Yeah.
so for me not to get in trouble, I had to say I had a drug problem and go to this drug thing. But that was in lieu of going to
To
trial.
jail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Karen, so they offer these diversion programs for addicts or people with problems to not go to jail. But because Karen went to trial
Mm.
and then tried to, I don't think it's going to work the same with her. And this is her second
Right.
one.
Right.
No, they said it was her
Well,
fourth
they're
one.
saying
The
it's
thing
her
is, I
fourth.
know
It's the
people
second one on the
like you
books.
said, Richie.
Yeah. It's
I
the
was like,
second one on the books, but she has 4, they say.
Yeah, and the thing is, but I know for like people who have multiple DUIs, after a certain amount, they are gonna give you jail time. It might not be a year, but she probably gonna have to spend at least 6 months, at least, or 4 months. Maybe
I
that's why
wouldn't
she
be
probably fired
surprised.
that lawyer, and she's gonna get another lawyer who can do better plea deals. That's what I was thinking when I
That's
started.
what's telling me like it's going down because she fired the lawyer because she's hearing stuff she don't want to hear.
No, I just got she probably just needs somebody who's better at working plea deals. Maybe her lawyer was the trial lawyer and it didn't work.
Uh-huh.
Or
They
maybe,
offered her
she
60
didn't let
days.
the lawyer maybe the lawyer suggested the plea to begin with and she wouldn't do it. Now she wanna blame him.
That's what I think,
Yeah,
Richie. That's what
she
I
That's
wanted.
what I would do.
Well, I would get whoever can do the best plea deal. Like maybe give me like 3 months of like rehab
She got
and
too much
like
like pride to say I have a problem. Child, I have a problem so fast. I don't want to play with the law. Yeah, I got a problem.
no,
Yup,
you don't
sure
But
want to
I
deal
do.
with
feel like
jail.
now it's out of it's above them now at this point
Mm-hmm.
because you went to court, they said guilty, and now it's in the judge's hands to say what your judgment is. And the way
Mm-hmm.
she treated and acted this whole way, like you're not guilty, you're not guilty. I'm not this. I'm gonna be absolved of this. But then, baby girl, we saw the video, and I know when that judge saw that video or the juror saw that video, it was a wrap.
Mm-mm.
It was
I
a
don't think the video, I'm with her. I was glad when her lawyer tried to get that thrown out. I don't think that should have been admitted.
no.
And she was never read her Miranda rights, but then they used what she said against her,
Mm.
even though she
It
was
was an
never detained.
accident.
They said they didn't read her Miranda rights because she was never detained or arrested. So what am I doing
Mm.
in handcuffs in your car, sir? And why are you know what I'm saying? So like they
Yeah.
this perfect cocktail against her, like they do for us all the time, which is why I'm like that should have got thrown out. Her husband is clearly heard saying she's injured. She has a head injury. I don't think she should be talking. They did not invoke their lawyer at that time because they did not say anything about the Mirandas, right? Because usually you would be read your rights, and then if you don't want to talk, then you're like, oh, I need my lawyer because you know you're
Mm.
in a detained situation. But they never made it clear.
Well,
Uh,
she also denied treatment. That was the reason why they took it to the next level because they said, "Do you need to be seen?" She said, "No." So that
Mhm.
changes the story. That changes the
They
situation
were on
because
site.
if you're
I don't know.
refusing treatment, then you have to answer the questions at that point. Like,
I and even on that, the airbag's deployed, so that means she could have possibly hit her head. So does
But
she
if
know
she
she didn't
denied
need
it, they
treatment?
not gonna make her
Does
get
she
in
know
that
she
van.
didn't need
no,
treatment,
if you
or
refuse
did she
treatment at that
deny
point, everything
the
you say is
treatment
liable.
thing? Like, but if she wasn't in a medical place to even deny or accept because she was out of her head because the airbag slammed her head against.
No, and they
They had
also
they had an
assessed her
ambulance on
too.
site. They just might
They had
have,
ambulance on site and they assessed her and she said she was fine. They
yeah.
did the right protocol. She just
But
was
they didn't get a
drunk.
breathalyzer either.
She
They
just
don't
was
have any
She
drunk.
record of
denied
how
it.
much alcohol
I
she has
love
in
that
her
you are
system.
sticking up. You need to be her lawyer, but at the end of the day,
That's what
she
I'm
was
saying.
drunk.
Large,
That's
let
what
me
I'm
tell you
saying.
something. I love Karen. I'm a Karen apologist, but I can't have her back on this. Is anybody here from the DMV area?
I am.
You are like I've heard that they have the worst or the most like strenuous drunk driving laws.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah,
do.
unless you're a
So I just
congressman.
feel like that alone is not it doesn't bode well for her.
My thing is right now, since she's found guilty, just get you a lawyer that can help you do a plea deal to lower your time. Plead your
Yeah,
case to get lower time or no time. All this point of like this is wrong and that it's already passed at this point. So we just
yes,
gotta
that's
focus
what I'm
on
saying.
getting her
But
out.
now that she has, because it's up to sentencing, the
Yeah.
attorneys that she just hired got it postponed to the 26th because they
Mm-hmm.
said they needed to be brought up to date on their case and they need to
Yes.
talk to their client. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like all of that will play into the ultimate decision, and her having new legal representation, I feel like will help her greatly. Because that guy
That
did
would
not,
help to a certain
when he
extent.
was even on the freaking show, I was like, no, no.
But what could
Was
you
he
do when you
related to
already got
her?
once they couldn't put the video out, could get it not to be they you can use the evidence. At that point, she should have started pleading. That's just my opinion.
That's my
They,
opinion too.
Yeah.
The minute
once
that
they
video
couldn't get
Look,
was
it put out,
released.
I'd have been like, this is what we're gonna have to do. I started begging and
so
pleading
you
But
with
this
guys
is my
them.
don't
thing.
think
This is my other thing.
you guys don't think that it was a head injury that made her think
No,
she's Thomas
no,
Jefferson's concubine. You think that
no.
was hard
She
liquor.
said I'm lit. She
Yes.
I'm lit.
Cause we gotta do some. At the end of the day, she was on the scene. It was
Ray
alcohol.
said she
She
had a
reeked
couple of
of
years.
alcohol. He didn't say my wife has it because he didn't say, well, something's wrong. She's hit her head. He literally was like, well, she had a couple beers, right, honey? He knew she was drunk. It's
He
no way
probably
around that logic,
got
Herbs. She was drunk as a skunk.
And Larger, when I
They
say
can't prove
I
it.
love
The
Karen.
whole bottom line is they can't without my blood alcohol, without the breathalyzer number, even with that in the car. She said there had been somebody else in the car too. So without proof, the proof is a breathalyzer number. The proof is the
But she
actual
refused it.
thing. Yeah, but so that means they ain't got no proof. That's what I'm saying.
She
Girl, the
stumbled
proof
out
is
the
in the
car and
pudding,
said, I'm
child.
Because
lit.
I act like she's so light skinned that she's gonna get the white rule. Because if there's no proof for them, then there's no proof, period.
And then also she called them white men poor.
Yes, she
They
wasn't that
are.
heavy.
They are. They're public civil
I didn't
servants and
watch
they
it. I
are.
couldn't watch
Those
it. This
people
she
were going to get
really
her.
Lord have mercy. That was
Yeah,
a
she
good
did
really
watch.
that.
call him
She did.
poor?
Yes. That's like Luann telling
Where
Steph,
Mariah was
like,
Miss
Luann telling
she was
Steph,
on
like, I'll
one.
kill you. I'll kill you. At least she didn't tell him she would kill him. She just identified their tax bracket.
Listen, friend. Listen, friend. You need to be her lawyer. So you
Really.
can go in there, pull
This
out
is
Publicist.
your
not legal
suitcase and get to
advice.
work, honey.
This is not legal advice. I only play a lawyer on LA Law.
Logic can argue anytime, any case.
For real.
She hold on
She
to
will
it. She ain't
make
gonna
you
let it
rethink
go.
everything. Like, well,
She can
maybe.
argue some bullshit in a heartbeat, especially
Yeah,
with
to the very
Bronwyn and
end. To the
Lisa.
very end.
Broward is a liar. I wanted to say that.
Thank you, Amy. I'm so glad I got somebody here with me.
Broward is a whole
Last night, I never
liar.
seen Bronwyn so quiet in her life. She was just like, when the cheating thing came out, and Heather was like, but we what did she say? We rallied for each other. I rallied for you. You said it was infidelity, and she was like,
She
"No."
was lying and she didn't expect them to zero in on that lie. That's all that was about. And then she was like, how do I change the subject?
Right.
But my thing is, you got so
I love
mad at them for not taking your side and for not for Lisa being on Todd's side, and even Lisa was like, I was not going to say anything bad about your husband, and now it's just like, okay, never mind. No. You made such a big thing about this on this trip. We're going to talk about this. I would have, if Lisa better than me, because I would have stayed on that shit.
Lisa follows the money. I'm sorry. Lisa follows where the money and the influence is. And I really feel like that's why she backed off the Todd. That's why
What I
she
was
stayed
just
cool
thinking.
with the baby grandparents. I feel like that's why
Obviously.
she
Where the
stayed
money
off that.
resides.
That's why
And
she
it's
I
obvious
friended
agree.
to
Bronwyn.
me. It's obvious to me that to me, I'm not being shady or anything towards Bronwyn, but I feel like Bronwyn was trying to shame those grandparents. Like, you see your granddaughter, you know, like just to put them on blast. You
They
know,
need to be shamed.
they
They need to
do,
be shamed. They have a
they
whole
do. They
grandbaby
are
they haven't
shitty
reached out
people.
to in
They are
18 years.
shitty.
I wish you would tell us their names so we could blow their freaking Instagram up.
What I don't like about her is she can't stand in it. Something happened to now. It's like, I didn't want it to come out. I didn't want to I never said his name. I never said who they were. I never did this. I never did that. And it's all Lisa's fault. And it's like, no, girl, that's not what happened.
Yeah, just
Okay.
stay away from the whole story
Like,
altogether if you don't want it to be out.
yeah,
And
to
I
find
too,
out.
so like they like just apologize. No, I didn't do anything wrong. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. No, we're not just going to just keep apologizing for shit we don't mean.
Yeah.
Lisa, she was mad Lisa messed up her storyline. She was like, now hold on. You were supposed to support me and talk about how
Right.
bad they were. And
No, Lisa was like, Lisa was like, and I feel bad for them too. And she was so mad.
Lisa clocked game and was like, not on my watch. These people pay my bills. I'm trying to be in a good crowd.
I want to get invited to the party, bro. I'm sorry you can't come. I mean, that's what it boils down to.
It's wrong, but it's right. If they all act like that, I can't really call one person out over the other for being shady and running with the money. Because Bronwyn was selling that story of the $4 million girl.
Girl, that was the most. And they just the Lisa haters just gloss right over this. She lied to your face like 3 times. First she said at the reunion, she was like, Andy was like, that's why she wore that big senorita thing. She looked like the emoji, the red dancing emoji. That's why she wore the thing across her neck, so she wouldn't have to wear the necklace.
That
But
was
Andy,
a dress from the Met Gala.
oh please,
It was,
I
but
don't
it
care
was
where
too
it's
big on
from.
her.
Listen, they
What,
all fake it. It's that she got
what
mad.
did
She got
Countess
caught.
Luann say? What did Countess Luann say? Even Louis Vuitton makes mistakes. Okay. She wore that, and Andy still asked about the necklace. He was like, "I would have thought you would have wore the necklace." Hey, Mimir, and she was like,
Sure.
"Yeah, I couldn't wear it or some shit." And then Lisa was like, "Oh, really?" But she said, "Yeah, I should have wore it," blah blah blah. And then Lisa was like, "Well, such and such said you ain't buy it," and she was
I
like,
think you know
"Oh."
what though. It's
Emma, the now
okay.
fired Emma. The now fired Emma said
Yeah,
she didn't
Emma
buy
lost
it.
her job.
You know what? It's
Oh
fine
well,
because it's okay that they don't clock borrowing. Just let her. What happened to what's it called? The other one in New
really,
York happened to her. If y'all don't see it, you'll eventually see it.
I don't
eventually.
feel like she's a Brynn style liar. Brynn is the ultimate
Mm.
liar. Yeah,
You
that's not the
know,
same level lies.
this was
I'm
the
saying
biggest
when you
thing
allow
with
people to keep going, they get more outrageous with what they think they can get people to believe. That's all I'm
Like
saying.
that necklace, because she went all the way with it, and then watch what happens live. Because when she was like, well, finally, she was like, I bought a much smaller piece,
Brynn.
and blah 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 blah. And Lisa was like, so you did buy it? She was like, yes, I did get it. But then on Watch What Happens Live, she was like, well, I decided not to get it because of Emma talking shit on the reunion and blah blah blah. And Andy's face was just like, and he brought it up again last night
Can I say
about the necklace.
a couple of episodes ago, I just read Bronwyn looks like is the type that she doesn't have a lot of friends.
She doesn't. You can tell she doesn't.
Yeah,
Look how she's.
because the way she talks about how important this group of friends are, I'm like, girl, you don't have any friends outside of this. Like,
I'm on that. Mm-hmm.
That's why I was saying the
They have these
validation
friends in
that
the
she
group.
wants.
None of these bitches are friends.
The
no, I mean
validation
outside
that
of
she
this
wants
show.
from Lisa, she should be asking from like a parent or something. Like this,
Mm.
all this you got on Lisa is too much. You want Lisa to be everything to you. Like that should be your
Mm-hmm.
husband.
And then also
Well,
another thing about Bronwyn, I feel like she is going for the popular stance
What the
of it
hell does
because
Shamia have on in
she
this
had
picture
I
from the
forgot
Real
what she was
Housewives of
going.
Atlanta? That's
I'm sorry.
ridiculous. Did you see what the damn Shamia has on? Mm-mm.
they
Listen,
have
I don't
totally
know how to
declassed that
play.
show.
Okay, go.
I don't know how to play. Maybe because I'm on my phone, I don't know how to play videos on her yet. But I would have loved. I would love to play
The reunion.
yeah.
The trailer,
I
the
just want to
super
say, I
trailer.
feel like Bronwyn is going where the fans are because she's made mention that she wants to get closer to Mary. Like she really is trying to work on her relationship with Mary. I'm just like, okay,
I hope
like
Mary doesn't fall for it.
I don't think Mary because Mary was on Watch What Happens Live and she looked like she's not into Bronwyn. So I really feel like they're gonna
Bronwyn is a social climber.
yeah, and I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that's where she's gonna go next on trying to be under Mary
Mm-hmm.
and with Angie because Angie is also like a fan favorite right now.
Yeah.
Mary has Angie already and a little bit Meredith because last night Meredith was so irked by
Oh, she
Angie
was
and
so yeah.
their relationship, Angie and Mary's relationship.
He was
Right. I love when Mary
so
said, "You can work it out." I love her. I love when Mary said that.
Lord have mercy.
But I don't know. But I really feel like Meredith can go. I
Meredith
like
didn't know
Meredith.
what.
She gives us very iconic moments, but she don't even live here.
You can leave.
Right.
Meredith be
You
like,
do this,
and
not the husband.
she'll be like, what? What did you say? What happened? How dare you? You need to leave. And then she just go back into her Xanax nod. Just get back out. Like, what did you say?
You're real. So we know Brittany is not going anywhere. Would y'all want her to be a housewife or leave her as a friend of?
Friend of.
Friend
I
of.
would love her to stay as a friend of, yeah, for sure.
Because I feel like she's already spiraling, like not in a bad way, but she's loving the attention. She's making she's making her videos with Jared and stuff. Like she is loving the attention. So it's
And
only
Jerry,
going to get worse.
And Jerry is
But
too.
I like Brittany because she's like the comic relief, you know.
But you know what's so funny about Brittany? I like Brittany too, but every time she comes on the screen, I roll my eyes and I crack up because I want her there. Like I want her there, but it's like, oh,
I feel like Brittany is who Whitney should have been, like the Dixie blonde, not so,
yeah.
but like not too serious.
yeah.
But I can't take Whitney with the shut the fuck up. Like it's like a Chucky doll or something. What's the Chucky girl doll name?
Jennifer. No, wait, was it Jennifer?
Yeah, like she's like a Jennifer. Will you shut the fuck up? Leave somewhere alone. It's like, and then I don't like how Heather's supposed to be your cousin. Y'all supposed to be whatever y'all supposed to be. I don't know why she's always turning on Heather. I don't like disloyal people. I really don't. I don't. And we're supposed to be cousins and or whatever. Like that's us. We're not letting anyone come between it. And the fact that she let Bronwyn come between them and play and with Brittany, Bronwyn was playing in your face too. Like she would turn on you in a heartbeat to be friends with Lisa.
Did not do anything to Whitney. Whitney was ostracized from the right couch and had to go play on the other side of the couch. It was nothing to do with Bronwyn.
The first scene of the season was about them in the car talking about Whitney.
And then she flipped it when she spoke on Whitney. Bronwyn was smart enough to tell Whitney exactly what she said, but make it sound friendly.
Much more sanitized version of what she said. And Brittany's so simple.
Back to her. And then she did kind of the smart housewife thing. Like everybody was talking about her, so I didn't think it was. So that's what we did.
Miss Power said Whitney's tears seemed. I did think they were a little performative when she was crying with Mary. I was like,
so much Botox.
Well, no,
I feel like
you know why? Because her father. Remember her drunk? Was his father drunk? Whatever he was. Remember her father? She was taking care of her father in the first.
I need to go back. I don't think I've seen that.
He was like a hairdresser or something, but he was on drugs, and she hasn't spoken to him since. And I think her sisters and brothers were mad at her for talking to him. And I don't like that about the Mormon community, where you just X out your family and just don't talk to like they ain't shit. I don't like that.
I know the first season she took her dad to Mary's church. On the first season, and then
I remember that. I remember that.
And then I don't feel like Whitney's tears were fake. I feel like Andy's tears were fake. My personal opinion.
Oh,
because all of a sudden he was just sitting there and he said a stain. I'm like, bro, you was just fine a minute ago. I felt like his tears were fake because I really didn't see nothing fall from his face. But Whitney was straight up like trying to hold it in.
Think for me, it shocked me. All those people was crying. I was like, what is going on? I
was gonna say that for the end because I feel like it brought the mood and the momentum. I want them to get into it like it was the whole season. But then the Mary thing, it took up a lot of time and emotion. It made everyone.
Are they gonna have another section?
We have another. We have to get through the Brittany, and then we have to get through that very last scene with the email, with the text messages. Like I feel like that's gonna be pretty much all of it.
Okay.
And maybe Heather, but Heather had nothing going on.
Don't do Heather because Heather is the queen of the monologue. Like at the finales, Heather comes through like, guys, we have to stop this. She came through with this awesome game. You know, like Heather pulls Heather got her qualities, I'll say.
Heather is the class speaker. I will say, because when she starts talking, I'm just like, come on, Heather. Like,
you're
like boring. What did Heather do this season, ladies? What did Heather bring?
Don't do Heather larger.
Heather came with Ozempic body, and that's it. She didn't
get anything with Ozempic. So what? I don't take Ozempic, but I take one of the other girls. Whatever it's called, Trulicity.
Trulicity. What's the other one?
What did she bring? And she really delved into that as much as she could have. She didn't do nothing.
Who? No, I mean, I don't have a problem with my housewives not doing nothing for a season or two.
Yeah,
you can't keep riding that.
They still show up to work, or they still carry a bone here or there. Like I feel like
this
chef's kiss. I really don't want nobody to go. Like everybody is.
No, everyone needs to stay put exactly how they are.
Yeah.
I don't feel like nobody didn't contribute anything. Her and Bronwyn had that big fallout in the beginning, and Heather, I feel like Heather was sitting back clocking Bronwyn the whole time. If you pay attention to Heather's faces, and she's looking at people, and even like making comments on the couch, she was waiting for the shit with Bronwyn to hit the fan or whatever. But then she started feeling sorry for Bronwyn when she told that infidelity story out of nowhere. Nobody was talking about that. She was like, "Feel sorry for me." She's such a manipulator. Nobody sees it. Drives you nuts.
No, I don't. I'm not saying I don't see it. I'm not saying I don't see it, Richie. It was a point. I forgot which episode. It was the episode when she had that conversation with Angie, Heather, Whitney, and that was it. And then the next episode, top of the episode, she's talking to Lisa like, I had a conversation with these people, and I just want to say, I said this, that, and the other. It wasn't nice. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Just like you can't even stand on your own with the girls who are having your back at this moment because you want to scurry back under Lisa. And I just don't like the way, and I feel like it's a little bit of that with Todd, probably too. Like she just wants the approval of the big dog that she sees.
And I will say this: I'm gonna give Bronwyn just like this much.
Okay, that's good. We get starting somewhere. Come on.
I felt bad for her when they were like, when Heather was like, "Well, did he cheat or not?" And everyone's like looking, and she was like, "Well, you know," and she was just speechless for once. And you could tell, and Todd sitting there like, when he heard that she told everyone that Gwen found the message, and Todd was like Todd, obviously she got in trouble or whatever, or she's trying to make Todd happy. I feel like she's in an abusive marriage, and Todd, even though they don't have a prenup, Todd has really hidden the money in trusts and LLCs and everything else. And even if she divorced him, she probably wouldn't get much. And
you always have to worry when a rich dude is like, we don't need a prenup, because most likely he's gonna make sure you never have access and know what's in his account. I feel like that.
Ashley, even though he made her get a post,
or they can wind up getting you roped into stuff because, like, what happens to they wind you signing all this stuff and you have no idea, and then when it comes back, it's your fault. You be like, oh my god, just because they don't give you a prenup doesn't mean you're in the clear. That might be more stuff you need to worry about.
So I felt that a little bit bad for her when Todd was out there, and just the way he talks to her. And I actually fucks with Todd. Like, he don't play no games. He don't want to hear none of the shit you talking about. I said what I said. Blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Take it or leave it. I don't like the way you acting. I never seen you act like this before. Like I like a man's man, you know. But I don't like the way he might treat her all the time. But she might be a pain in the fucking ass. Like, think about her house, right? With all this dog shit lying around and all of these trinkets everywhere. He strikes me as a person who likes a traditional home. Maybe, you know, like the house they went on vacation to. Like a nice house. One can't even keep a nice house. Like, her house is trifling. Like, can we all agree to that?
He don't have that much money. He don't have a dog. He don't just to take care of that shit.
Don't no man want to come home and see that. Don't no woman want to come home. Don't nobody want to come home and see that.
Well, he said he's mainly in New York, so there's that.
Hearing her background, I can see why she's staying married, but yeah, it seems like he helped. Like, you know, she came from the bottom, got here.
Yeah, started from the bottom. Now we're here. I ain't mad at her. And he's spending money, so he cutting the check.
Yes, sir.
It's comfortable. My thing was, if there was a moment I didn't believe the cheating thing, because like you said, it went from he cheated, it was emotional infidelity, it was a text message. Like, girl, which one is it? So for a hot second, I didn't believe it. And the fact that Todd was literally sitting there with his arms crossed, letting her right, he was just like, I'm not saying nothing. He literally was just sitting there, I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing. This is your story. Like, that's what I saw. I'm just like, I was like, this is your story. So that's That's the
Yeah, he
part
didn't want to
I'm like,
help
I
her.
don't
He's
know,
like,
like
I'm
you could be
now.
telling the truth, but and then she went back and the ring that you gave me said, and he rolled it. I'm like, girl, that could have been the 5th anniversary wedding gift. Like,
But that's kind of like where, like, a brown one is like, to me, it's like, he bought me a 5 carat ring, so everything's okay now. She does this a lot. It's like she's telepathically trying to make you like agree with her. And the thing I don't like with her with Lisa is she gives Lisa options to what to say. Like, Lisa, I told you could have said this, you could have said that. Like, agree with me. These are the things. Like, she gives Lisa options of how she can be a better friend to her, and it's like, with Lisa. Like, don't tell me how to talk. Don't tell me how to be. Don't give me my options. Like, I'll say what
She's
I
used to
want to
talking to
say.
her
And
husband
won't
because we're not doing
apologize
that.
because you want me to. What'd you say?
She's used to talking to her husband. When you talk to people like that, you're not used to talking. As a woman, you don't tell somebody what to say and do. If you want an apology or any of that stuff, girl, back up.
like the thing about Bronwyn is she gives a great apology. I will give her that. She gives a great apology, but she wants you
Because
to
you mean it.
stick to that when you give it back to her. Like you have to say what you did, quantify, like literally, like break down everything the way she does it for her to feel seen, I guess is the word. But not everybody's going to do that. And the thing is, you're going to have people like Lisa that is going to apologize, but then explain the why. But Bronwyn doesn't like that. Bronwyn doesn't want that. And I think that's
I mean,
it
that's what you're gonna
almost
get.
starts all over
Take it or
again.
leave it. If you don't want it, leave it.
Yeah.
I don't think Lisa's the devil. Like, the people, everyone's running with this hate Lisa thing. Just you don't have to hate Lisa to like Bronwyn. Everyone's just taking this. I don't know. I don't know what it is about Lisa that people hate. I like the whole. I don't think people realize Lisa's really from New York. She's was
Mm-hmm.
good friends with Bethany. They've got old pictures together. Them being young, looking like material girls. That young, like Madonna.
Mm.
Um, so she has that bark with her. Like, she plays that "Hey baby gorgeous" thing, but she's really like, no, fuck you. I just don't understand, like, all the Lisa hate. Like, people hate Lisa down. Like, I and it's for Bronwyn. I don't know. I don't get it.
Because of fake crying. It's because of the fake crying after she sets her house on fire and then she cries because her hands are warm.
I
That's
really feel like
possible.
y'all hate a overly self confident woman. Like, she's overly self confident and
Who,
very
Lisa?
pleased with herself.
Who's overly self confident?
Lisa.
Oh yes. I'm sorry, I didn't hear the name. Yes.
And she's very pleased with herself, and I don't
Is
think
that like a
people
New
like
Yorker
that.
thing, though?
For me,
Maybe.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Is that
I
like a New
don't know
Yorker
if it's
thing?
a New
Maybe.
York thing, but it's a Lisa thing.
For me, that's the one of the things I like about Lisa Hurt. She is so self assured. Like and I love that for her. Like she's like
I love that. I love that for
right.
you.
Like I
I
love what
love
she said.
that
I
for you.
love that. Like there's something about her I like and I appreciate. Um, even when she gets on my nerves. Even when I don't see it for her.
Mm-hmm.
I had to start watching all of these housewife shows in a different lens so I can like enjoy them. And I really
Right.
because I started hate watching a lot of them on some like I can't stand none of these women, like this is stupid, why are they arguing about that? And then I had to like literally like lighten it up, and I will say a lot of the YouTubers helped me on that, really to see
Okay.
like this is entertainment, like these are not our real friends, these we don't know
Right.
for real, like,
Entertainment.
this is a social experiment that we can talk about. Like
Yeah, only time I'm getting to the point where I'm just so disgusted with like a reality TV show is when it just like triggers every inch in my body, like basketball wives. I can't watch it
mhm.
because it's too much. I mean, the bullying and stuff like that, I can't. And then I really don't have nothing going on. Like, I do give Salt Lake or the Housewives franchise, they just have more going on. They go on trips, they have more events, they have a reason to be fighting and arguing. But if none of you all live in LA or Miami, and the only time y'all see each other is when y'all are like picking one person to bully. I don't see the need of watching a show
That's why
like
I
that.
don't want to watch the new Wags, because it just seems like a broke down version of basketball after some the way that people talk about it. They
Yeah.
don't say anything nice about it.
I wouldn't think that Sherelle hurt everybody. Hopefully, if they do get a second season, quote, um,
Well,
they'll change the format because to be honest with you, it was very basketball-ish, basketball wife-ish. It was awful. I'll be honest
Are
with you. What
they
I
even
watched,
dating players? Are they even dating players, the girls?
Some of them. I know
A lot
somebody
of
dating
retired
Tyreek
guys.
Hill.
A lot of retired guys, and one girl dating a guy that has like 4 baby mamas all in 1 year, and
I
she
think that's
married
Tyreek
him.
Hill. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
She
I was
married
like,
him,
girl,
but
huh?
you
Valentina?
married
Are
him.
you talking about Valentina?
And her name is Keita or something, but she's with
Oh,
some guy that had literally, and she kind of like excused it away of like they were never, they would be off, and when they were off, he would create babies,
Yeah, that
Like
and
could
then
be
when they were
Jerry
back
Tyreek Hill from
on.
Miami. Yeah.
Bossy.
I didn't want to watch that either. Like I was this close to watching it until I heard about the fight with the white girl and the black girl, and I was like,
Yeah,
nope.
I saw that clip and I was like, I'm cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were fighting because the girl was I don't even know why they was fighting. One of the girls said she was a culture vulture. The other girl was like, I am not. And then they started going back and forth. And then they,
Wax Riches? Are you
yeah.
talking
And then
about
they
Wax
started,
Riches?
yeah.
Yeah.
The argument
Yeah,
wasn't, the
Jewel.
thing is, you can argue, but it's like it went nuclear because one of the people took it just way. As I said, I'm not used to that type of stuff. Like, 'cause I'm used to people arguing and it just be that. I don't, but that's the reason why I don't watch Bad Girl Club. I don't
Mm-mm.
like overkill of combat. And
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of what happened with this one. They just fought for no reason to me. They just didn't get along and they didn't agree and then they started fighting.
So my understanding, this was supposed like y'all remember Selling Tampa that was on Netflix.
Yeah, it was from that
So
group.
yeah, it's from them. They didn't renew or pick up selling Tampa, so they moved it down to Miami. It was supposed to be selling Miami. There was more athletes, and they realized they had more girlfriends of athletes and stars or entertainment stars or whatever. So they
Mm-hmm.
decided to go with the WAGs element, and that little bit pisses me off as a black person because I'm just like y'all
Mm-hmm.
literally have the selling New York, the selling the city, the selling the Orange County. You have all of these selling places, but once
Mm-hmm.
we finally get a black selling a city on Netflix, we can't make it work. We're not going to make it work. Let's
Because
turn
the
it
storylines are just too weak. I hate to say it. They were just
right.
too
But I
weak.
feel like why couldn't you still do a sell in Miami, but not focus on the bullshit that
And
is
that's the part that yeah, they would have to. Sherelle said that that's kind of how the producers wanted to run
with the
they didn't
run.
get to really show all the houses they sold. They didn't get the best editing. It's a bunch of stuff that she said. But to be honest with you, I feel like they work with what they think they got. If y'all are not really elevating the storyline, how are they going to come up with good stories and to tell? Because to be honest with you, it really was a bunch of women who are dating celebrities or retired celebrities, and they didn't know what to do with them. That's what I got from it. So they just started causing drama, unnecessary drama, where these people were fighting over it.
Yeah, I rather watch them sell a house, and I really feel like producers feel like that's all we want to watch is fighting and
And
argument,
but the
and
thing is, it's okay
I
if it's
like
a
the
fight that makes
families.
sense.
it's fine.
I
But
watched all of the episodes and I really
mhm,
liked the family scenes of the ladies a lot, of the ones that were actually married, and not just girlfriends of. There were
Hmm.
three ladies that were pregnant on there. That was cute. But there was a lot of cattiness and it was all led by the one who looks like Evelyn Lozada.
She
Rochelle,
And
do.
Don't do Evelyn. Don't do Evelyn.
You like
oh,
Evelyn
oh,
Richie?
you
I
mean
love Evelyn. I love
pussy
Evelyn.
pounding, you mean pussy pounding Evelyn Lozada?
My credit good. What she say? My credit
She loves a villain though. Richie loves a villain. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
is
So
black people
yeah, the rose
fucking all night long.
Richie loves a villain though. Y'all gotta understand. The
I
same reason why
love
I
a
love Giselle.
bitch.
I know Giselle's problematic, but I still love Giselle.
I love a bitch who could stand up in they shit, whether they right or wrong. Like stand up in it, like I just love it. I love her. I
no,
don't know
she
what you call
reminded
her
me of
kind of
our friend.
woman.
She reminded me of your fave then because she was backhanded, conniving, throw her rocks and hide her hands, had a
So
lot of
Sherelle, the
promiscuity
Sherelle
going
girl.
on. She was
Yeah,
acting very
Sherelle.
Shawnee
I don't have an
O'Neal
issue
over
with
there.
Sherelle. I just
She
still
acts
thought the
very Shawnee
storylines were
O'Neal.
weak.
When I tried to watch the house show she had, the Selling House, whatever it was, I
Thanks,
couldn't get
Tampa.
into her.
I
You couldn't
actually, the
get
thing
into
is, I don't
her?
have an issue with Sherelle. I actually liked her. I just think the
It's
Yeah,
storylines are
so
no,
weak.
mean.
she's
I thought that
she was
was
the
so
ringleader.
mean.
She was the ringleader. But she acted
mhm,
like
Yeah,
she was. But everybody needed to defer to her. And
mhm.
she was like, she basically was trying to be Lisa. I'm surprised you don't love her more. She was trying to be Lisa, the HBIC, and she wanted everybody to kiss the ring. And then there were some people that were kissing the ring, and other people she didn't even want them to kiss the ring, but
Right.
she needed them to acknowledge the ring. Yeah. So,
Mm.
Never don't get close because you know
but it
some
was
men
very,
is
it's
something
given
bad
a
you gotta
lot
go
of
through the rest of
Shawnee O'Neal, where how are you the creator, the producer? Her name's all over in the credits. This Rosalind, I mean the Sherelle lady. So her name's in the
Mm-hmm.
credits. So she's given Shawnee O'Neal in as much as they have to treat her like you're still our boss. You know, remember that season where the first time they call Shawnee O'Neal bitch, and then it's like, oh, you were on my show. Remember that girl called her a bitch and then got kicked off the show?
Oh, thank
So
you for your
that,
services.
yeah, that,
Somebody
yeah.
got a question for you, Amy.
Yeah.
Amy, what did you think about the prenup? Is
Who's
that
putting
over?
up?
Who's prenup?
Sherelle was supposed to sign a prenup with Chad
Oh,
on
I
this
love
show.
it. I think that was a really good scene. I think that
Hey,
anybody is going to
Steven.
marry somebody like Chad. Get your money together and get it right. Because Chad seems like he a little tight with his coin.
he
Yeah,
is.
that's what I was about to say. He don't spend
Like,
his money.
that's what I'm
He
saying. So, like,
like
make sure you get something when you leave up out of there. Because they're not saying that okay, Sherelle got her
she
own
wanted
money.
Yeah, she make more money
500K
than him
every
now.
time. She wanted 500K every time he stuck his peen in somebody else.
Mm.
I mean, listen, he can bring something home. That's the reason why I think you should be paid for something like that if he's cheating.
And
But
that's
if
why
he
they're not getting married.
Yeah, they're not gonna get married, but I didn't see anything wrong with her trying to get some coins out of him because if they do wind up breaking up, it's gonna be a wrap.
Yeah.
She ain't gonna
Recently,
get nothing. This
Deanna,
boy eats at
Deanna,
Dina
McDonald's because he's so
said,
cheap.
Dina said, I saw Chad driving a Nissan Rogue in Miami. Here, one of our quarterbacks, AJ Brown, it was just a big thing because he was driving a Honda. It was like I think a Honda Civic, like an electric one, but like a probably a
Yeah,
souped out one.
Can I say something about Chad Ochocinco? Chad is a known not brokey, a cheapskate. He is known like if you
But that's
follow
how they
him,
keep their money.
yeah,
I
that's
think
yeah.
he go to McDonald's to eat. This is a come on,
Yeah,
Chad.
he doesn't spend his money like that. He is very cheapskate. So that tracks.
And that's
He has,
more
how
of a reason
many
why you
kids
need a
does he
prenup.
have?
Hmm.
she was asking
How
for
many?
$3 million.
He wasn't going to sign
What's
that.
the problem?
He
He
don't even have $3 million.
Well, right,
So
that
he
and then
wanted
also
his
in the long
rights for
run,
that.
she actually makes more than money than him now.
I know
She
she
wanted the
does.
rights to his show.
Yeah,
That's
He
what he
wanted
really
money from her
wanted about.
too.
yeah.
she doing too much.
But that was after she said he wanted money. He said, well, what if we asked for da 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 da? After she had asked for
So, but you know that
25%
she should
of
get
her.
anything dealing with Chad.
How many kids does he have?
Chad.
He got about 50, 11 of them.
Ooh,
He got a bunch of
that's why
kids.
him
They
and
had
Cam
11
Newton.
kids.
He has
That's
a
why
lot
him
of
and Cam
kids.
Newton singing the same song. Okay,
I don't care
they got
about
All
all
I'm
the damn
saying
kids.
is Chad is a lot. Watching him on these shows, he's a real big personality. I don't know.
Well, it
He's
kind of
fine
feels
though. He
like
is fine.
so he's known for doing what he does, and it kind of feels like these prenups are trying to make people engage in a different behavior pattern than what they are known to behave in. Therefore, you don't really love me for me. You just love me for how much I can pay you when I fuck up for me that you don't like.
So you should think she shouldn't get anything, and then he should be able to be a cheapskate and then cheat as well.
I don't care about Sherelle. I'm not
Oh,
tripping
okay.
on
I mean, it's fine.
it's not a him or her thing, but she was asking a lot to be the so-called breadwinner. Her name's on the show. She's the one that has the this. She's the one that just signed the $1 billion deal with the Lore's partner and with the thing to build the affordable housing. And then she's gonna sit across the table and ask for everything from him. Like I was just like, I can see why they not married. I
yeah.
can see it.
I don't think they ever gonna get married. You ask me.
She would be smart not to marry him. There's no reason to marry him, in my
It
opinion. I mean, you
isn't.
have a child together. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. You have a child together, but when you got money like
Maybe they
that,
can have a
especially with a
spiritual
prenup like
ceremony.
that, just either keep it separate or don't do it.
I used to think he was so funny. I just think he's a slime ball now.
What
He's
happened to
still funny
Terrell
though.
Owens?
Did you think he was a slime ball before or after he popped Evelyn Lozada in her head?
I think
I don't
it's
hold
kind
that
of been
against
like
him.
implied. He's keeps his penis in it and everything. He is a slime ball.
I mean, a lot of NFL does.
What was the point of answering that question?
I just didn't know if the popping her in her head makes him worse of a slime ball or not?
I think the more he speaks makes me look at him as a slime ball. It had nothing to do with Evelyn.
He kind of, when he talks without a lady around, like just him and Club Shay Shay,
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
talking about.
kind
That's the
of,
stuff. I'm not seeing him talking. Him talking about he only eats at McDonald's. He don't like going nowhere. He saves all. That is just a ugh. That's a big turn off to me when a guy is like tight with their coin to the point that they're like scratching around like they still he like the type will dig in the couch covers and dig for like change and stuff. He give me that
Damn.
vibe, and that's a hell no.
I don't know. I don't really. Shadow Josinko. I'm surprised they let him back on the TVs after she had to go get stitches. I'm surprised she wanted to be on a TV with him. It's just
I
It's
think
interesting the
because
whole
Netflix. It's
people
not
setup.
right.
don't like her so much that he didn't get, canceled. Like,
Yeah, because Evelyn is a rock. She speaks her mind, but people
It's
don't
that,
realize
and it
it's
was
the
before the
women
whole
that are
cancel
boisterous
shit.
to get hit first. That's what y'all don't know. That's the
yeah,
ones to get hit first. People always think, "Oh, it's not possible." It's usually the one who's loud, aggressive. That's the man the man wants to put that woman in check quicker. He wants to
hmm
punch you in the face or tell you to shut up and all the rest of that
Shit.
stuff.
Lord have mercy.
they do.
They do, and those women have the biggest stories, and
Couch
people always
covers.
say, "Oh, I don't believe it. He's not like that." I'm like, no, he's like that.
Right. They get confused by that jovial side, and like he would not, like she caused it. Yeah. So
No, in the cases of like that, like those type of guys, I don't put it past any man that would choke or pop a woman if they feel like they are being quote unquote disrespected.
Yeah.
because he was with her like almost like less than a year after the Evelyn Lozada thing happened, right?
No, he
Who,
got with her
Sherelle?
much later.
It was more than that. Okay.
No, because he had kids with
Did
another
he
woman. He
date
had
another
two.
chick? Yeah, didn't
Oh,
he
yeah,
date
I
this other
remember
chick? And it
that.
was very public.
Yeah,
It
he
was
has
very
8
public.
kids.
Wasn't her name Barbie or something like that? The
It was
girl?
somebody. It was a dark skinned girl, and he had like two kids with her, and then he got with Sherelle
It's
like
just
2 or 3
weird.
years
Why would
later.
the TV let a known woman beater back on the TV?
You talking about Netflix?
Because people hate Evelyn so much, and they think because she's so violent that she may have brought it on herself.
Right. When you
But I'm
say
not one of those
TV,
people that believe a
yeah,
person should be condemned to hell after like if you show like if you're not listen, get your shit together and I won't be on your ass. That's how I look at it. Like if you're not out here like beating women up on a daily basis, it's one thing. But like
Oh
some
my goodness.
people, huh?
And believe
I
it
said,
or
oh my
not, like
goodness.
society, they pay attention to what black people want. If we want somebody canceled, for the most part, especially if it's a black man, they'll cancel it. And because Evelyn is not black, and because she has the history that she has, he wasn't canceled.
Yep.
who can
Yeah.
you give an example? I'm sorry, I really need an example. Because every
Chris
black man I can
Brown.
think of that did something, I'm just like, we still love him. So,
Chris
like,
Yeah, Chris
Brown.
Brown. Nobody can. We didn't cancel Chris Brown.
Chris
no,
Brown is still
He's still
abusive,
struggling
no,
but
with
I
people
that.
agree.
love
Yeah, I
him. They don't
agree.
care.
Okay, I thought you were saying like, unless if we don't love them, they cancel. I'm just like, can you give us an example of who we
No,
don't
I'm
love?
saying, like, believe it or not, people like black people do dictate the culture. If we wanted him canceled, he would be canceled. Like, look, everybody canceled Diddy, you know.
Yeah.
And he's
And the
in
only
jail.
proof we have of what he did is the video
Do
of
you
him
think Diddy
having a
canceled Diddy?
concert.
Do you guys think Diddy canceled Diddy?
Yeah. Diddy did that to himself.
I mean,
Cause
he
Diddy
helped
should
make
have
it.
paid that
But
girl the
we're the
money and we
ones
wouldn't
that's
be
like,
here.
think of it. Like, okay, you have Diddy and we had Jay-Z. And I was one of the ones that's like, we're not canceling Jay-Z just because this motherfucker said what he got all these witnesses and all this I was about to say the R word. This funny acting girl said something like, "Where's y'all proof? We're gonna stop canceling all these black men without this proof or whatever."
Mhm.
And it's a big difference. But there's a big difference in the there's a big difference between Puffy and Jay-Z. Puffy was a lot in your face with it, with the sex parties and stuff, and he was an asshole. You can take it back to making the band. He was just, I guess it's believable, the stuff that's coming out. which to me, like even like the newest member of Danity Kane, I don't like this. Like
Oh, in the
whoever's
past,
coming out
everybody coming
now,
up and speaking on it.
yeah, like why you when Cassie came out was the time for y'all to come out. Now y'all getting on these TV shows that you're being paid for, and now you have a story to tell when Puffy might have looked at you the wrong way. I don't like what's going on, and I don't like that. And I'm not taking up for Puffy and what he may have not done, but like we have I probably sound like a broken record. The Abercrombie and Fitch CEO. We don't hear anything about him, and what he was doing is far more heinous.
Yeah.
He has a private island. That's a definition of a
You know
flight
about
risk.
the dude who what's his name? What was
Jeff
that guy's name?
Epstein.
Epstein had a
No,
yeah, that was nasty.
no, this because it's a new guy. He was the CEO.
But
I don't know,
for me, it's
CEO.
kind of hard to say. Okay, listen to the thing with Diddy. The thing that kind of changed me on it. First, I was like, oh my God, he's a monster. But then I got to a point where I'm like, 'cause I've heard so many stories. I was like, okay, everyone seems to know this about this individual. And then he throws a freak off and they tend to keep going to these freak offs. How
Right.
many people are active participants? And how many people are
Did you
not
see Blink
active
twice?
participants?
Did you see Blink twice?
Not yet.
Yeah, that's
No.
all.
My thing
Okay,
is
that's
if
what
he
you have
throws
to watch.
these type of parties, y'all notice about him. I've
But
And
never
that's
y'all
the
seen a
keep
thing.
person who didn't have
coming.
a reputation like party throwers. If you're having like
So
freaky parties, people know that about you. They must be down with it.
The thing is, we got
like
alerts
in
about
Blink
Diddy a
twice,
long time ago over
but
time. Like
in Blink Twice, the thing that happens is they go to the parties every weekend, but they're given a drug at the party that makes them forget all the horrible shit that happened to them at the
Allegedly.
party. So then they get back to the party and they leave with their butt ruptured again. But they don't remember how it got ruptured. And then they end up back at the
Allegedly.
party. And so they keep
But
getting this
a
drug that
larger
makes them
after
forget
the
all the bad stuff.
at some point, and it's all this stuff going on and all these like scuttlebutt. But I mean, like everyone's talking about his freak off parties. When are we going to say my ass is hurting because I like to be my ass to be hurting when I leave a party?
Or
It can't
this.
just, it can't
When
be just
T.I.
people are leaving and they realize, oh my God, I've been violated. Let me go back again to see how this happened.
when
I just
T.I.
can't.
Two things, right? This one girl, her case was I was AR'd for 4 years once a month. You mean you came back after the first time? You came back every month to get AR'd? Number one.
That's all I'm
Number
saying
two,
is like if he's known for like having sex parties, how much can we say these people are not just putting gas on, putting their foot to the gas at this point?
well, listen, when T.I. and Tiny got, alleged whatever happened with them, the thing that they said was they would give you the ecstasy when you walk to the door. If you didn't want to take it, you can leave.
Mm-hmm.
And so the people willingly took it, and whatever happened after that, and there's no such thing as when no means no. So obviously, but you had the chance to leave. You
And the
knew
same
what was.
thing goes for people who say that like D and J thing. If you know he's up to that type of stuff, my thing, I'm not going to associate with somebody that I think is violating people. That's my thing. If he's friends with you and he knows you do freaky parties, maybe he knows you a hoe and you freaky, but maybe he don't think you out there raping folks. The way people like, I believe
I
what
think the
Cassie
latter is
said.
true.
Hmm?
I think the latter, what you
You should
said, is
say
true. I think
great.
he knew he was
You
having
should
those freaky
change that
parties, but
word.
didn't know what
We got to
exactly he
change
was
the
Raping.
word
Okay.
on our channel. We can't say the pow pow. We can't
Okay.
say great. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. Graping. Like, but if
But they
you
don't
Thank
know
you,
care
the
about us
Veronica.
swearing.
Thank you.
sorry about that, allege. All I'm saying
I
is
feel
I'm
like
sorry. Go ahead,
you.
finish what you saying. I didn't hear the rest of you saying. Go
No,
ahead.
it's okay. No, I was just saying I agree with the second part of what you said. I really do feel like there was instances where people knew Diddy was doing these freaky, nasty parties and everything, but I don't think people knew that it was going to the trafficking of it all and the
But do we have proof it was trafficking, or because I don't see?
Because
I mean,
the definition of how they saying that
it's in the federal case,
trafficking.
allegedly. That's why it's in the federal case. I should have said allegedly, but
But
that's
my
why.
thing is, how could you have a RICO case with one person?
Yeah,
Right.
that's what Dave Chappelle said. You know how you got a RICO case with one motherfucker, and I'm still waiting for all the proof from Tony Busby.
I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
I honestly think that this case
They just
against
hit him
Diddy
with
gonna be
another
dropped
charge, you
somehow.
guys. Just right now, since you've been online, they hit him with some more charges
Who, Busby?
for
Diddy.
it's some kind of, look it up. Like he just got hit with another super sex
I'm about to look
indictment
it
or
up
some
now.
shit.
Who, Diddy
Like
or
just
Trump?
now today, Diddy.
Oh,
I'm about to look now.
I just think they put more they put more dip on that chip. I think he's a freaky mother person. I think he has violated
they
people, but
added
it's
two.
people who willfully went to be violated. That's just my opinion.
So they added 2 more victims.
Because if you're going to a party with a man that is known to have butt plugs, and all these people know this information about him. He has butt plugs, he has baby oils, he's doing freaky stuff. To the point that like Young Miami used to talk about their freak offs on her show.
Yeah,
How
they
is
have
it that
2
y'all
more
don't know about
victims.
this? That's what I'm saying. I don't think
Okay,
nobody's
so
getting
one
tricked
time I
into
went
it.
to this house and I was with this porn star called Mr. Madonna.
Mhm.
And he was a transvestite, obviously, and he looked like Madonna, and that was his shtick, right? And so we spent like the whole weekend together. We had such a fun time. But anyway, we went to this one house. He would just keep going from call to call, right? Because people wanted to see him while he was in town. And we go to this one house, and they were straight making porn in the house. It was a porno house in Orinda, and it was this huge mansion. In every freaking room, they were doing something else. And I stayed my ass so close. I was just like by the front door. I wouldn't touch nothing. I wouldn't sit anywhere. They offered me something to drink. I was like, nope. They offered me something to eat. Like, nope. I just, nope, nope, nope. And I would not go further into the house. Mr. Madonna finished their stuff, got paid, and we bolted up out of there. But the moral of the story is, you're right, A, because you don't have to drink the stuff. You don't have to eat the stuff if you see the environment that's happening.
Yeah. After so many times of going, like I can see somebody like people say, I went to a party and this happened. But a lot of these people are frequent attendees filing these lawsuits.
Come up, Richie. Go ahead, y'all.
Like these are people who regularly go to see these situations to the point that they're like have more than one occasion they're bringing up in their lawsuits on this day and on that day and on this day and on that day. I'm like, whoa, how many times you gonna be around this weirdo? Because I'm not gonna
Like
do it.
I didn't hang out. I didn't hang out with Mr. Madonna ever again.
What was you doing with the porn star girl?
Well,
Mm-hmm.
and then Mr. Madonna was like, "See, you should be able to
Girlfriend
take
like that. She would
this."
always invite
He
me
was,
to stuff where it would be some grapey things going on, and eventually I said,
yeah,
I can't hang with you, Flo. You
yeah.
always get me in
Like you trying to get me
situations.
in trouble. You trying to get me caught up, bitch.
No, I
Oh,
said
be over here with you.
no. I said I had a friend that was like that, and after so many times, I got invited. Like after I was like, girl, first I was a teenager when this was going on. But after a while, I started bringing extra money for cabs because we didn't got kicked out of
Yeah,
places because I didn't want to get down. I started like
Oh
I had my little
no,
map quest on my phone because it got to a point
no.
that like and then I said I'm just not gonna go because I know what you
yeah,
on, and that's what
right.
it.
Yeah.
So my thing is like no, that's all I'm saying. Cassie has a reason. She was hooked on drugs. What's the rest of y'all reasons?
I feel like it was access. I feel like it was there was a level
Yeah.
of scared to say no because you don't know what that person might do to you. I really feel like it's a
FOMO.
culmination of things when it relates to Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because the thing is, I remember hearing about this from like the early 90s, like not the early 90s, the late 90s, early 2000s. Like people saying they saw Diddy kissing and feeling a man in a bar. And it's just like, and my young naive behind was just like, no, he wasn't. He's bad boy
Me
for life.
too. Me too.
Right. So, and there was a point in my life, and it was like, okay, there's too many stories that I've gotten over the last couple of years. I'm like, Diddy is who, and because the thing is also knowing that these are the type of people that like to hold stuff over your head that
Mm-hmm.
will make you do things, or because the thing is, I can see him saying, "Come to this party." Jay-Z is going to be at this party. You know what I'm saying? It could be a total lie. Here, drink this, and then boom, next thing you know, you out of it. And then maybe a couple of months later, you might do the same thing again. Because Cassie invited you to this party. and you drank the drink again, not thinking like Cassie wouldn't do this to me. No, I'm just, just as an example. I just feel like I feel like there was a lot. There's a lot and it's intricate to it, and that's probably why they're looking or trying RICO charges, because I just feel like they're saying that other people were doing this for him. But yeah, that man guilty, child.
Well, he's going to jail, no doubt.
Right, I feel like he's going to jail, but I just don't want. I just hope the prosecution, like the feds, don't go so overzealous that they miss the mark and like they mess up and then just one little screw up is kicked out. Like I know it's not the same, but I don't know.
Trying to frame a guilty man.
I'm sorry.
They're trying to frame a guilty man.
Yes, trying to frame a guilty man, but right, I don't want them to do that because I don't know if y'all watched the Girls Gone Wild documentary and how they had a case almost like this, but not quite the same down in Florida.
But he left.
I'm sorry.
Country? The guy from Girls Gone Wild. He
left the country, but before he left the country, before he left the country, he had a case on him down in Florida as well. And because they tried to get him on a RICO charge is the reason why it got kicked out.
Best friend of the Kardashians. What's up, Richie?
Hi, good night, everyone.
Good evening. What's going on?
What's going on, Richie?
Oh, before you start, Richie, let me go out because I've been here for almost 2 hours. So let me get out of here. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you for coming.
That was a great chat.
Make a comment in the chat so I can subscribe to your channel.
I don't have. I need to start one. So yeah, make me start one.
Okay.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
Go for it. For sure.
What's up, Richie?
Oh, what's up, Richie B?
I was waiting for you to get Bronwyn with the other girl, especially Larger. Larger hates Lisa.
I just got home from the gym. Oh man.
We can't hear you, Richie.
You can hear me?
You just got home from the gym, you said?
Yes. So my brain is a little fried right now. I mean, can we curse over here, or is this a comedy channel?
I don't think I'm monetized yet.
Okay.
Well, I know I'm not. So that means I can curse, right, Larger? Or that affect my monetization?
Yeah, you can curse, but you should still not say the trigger words because that's community guidelines.
Okay. So I need to go. Is there somewhere where I can read all of that kind of stuff?
Yeah, you should have a dashboard. If you go into your account, there's a dashboard and it tells you all the different stuff.
Okay, I'll look into that.
When you be on, Larger?
Huh?
When you be on?
All day.
I don't have a set schedule. That's why I suggest people ring their bell because I be going on when I feel like when the spirit moves me.
Okay.
She goes on a lot throughout the day.
Listen, Richie, when I watched Salt Lake City this morning, actually, because I was too tired last night.
Right.
Bronwyn, oh my God. Bronwyn spent the entire episode talking in circles.
Yes.
She was not answering questions. She was not admitting to lying or even exaggerating stories that wasn't even really substantial to begin with. And it was hard for me because I really liked Bronwyn in the beginning.
You did. You really did.
Yes, I did. Yeah, and you keep
on Twitter about it,
Yeah. And I was like, oh no, she's a realist. I like her. She's keeping them on their toes or whatever. And then what was the turning point? I think it was it was at the guest house or whatever when they called Heather, when she went inside and she came back out and she was angry about it. And I was like, for what? They know Heather longer than you.
Right.
Heather is their friend. And, they're just checking up on her because she would feel left out. And I was like, from that moment, I started to side eye Bronwyn, and I was like, maybe Richie is on to something here, but I didn't want to listen. But as I watched, and to top it off, when what happened when she expressed herself? Well, at this point, I don't know if she was lying or not. With Todd having an emotional affair or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And she came back to the hotel and she was talking with Heather and Whitney and them, whatever. And she really went back
To
to
Lisa.
Lisa and told Lisa what they said. And I was like, nah, I can't F with you no more.
And
You're
she
too
wasn't the
big.
one, she was trying to bait them into saying things too. So are you guys saying that Lisa's taking Todd's side? Are you guys saying that
Mhm.
Lisa, that she was doing that?
Oh, hold on. Gabor's on. I'm gonna have to.
Oh,
I'm
the
gonna dip
war's
out.
on?
Yeah, I'm gonna dip out. All
Okay. We'll be
Yeah,
over
right.
shortly.
All right.
yeah. And I was like, God damn, Richie B is right. She's right. She's been on it. She's been on it. I was like, God damn. And she's just there and she's just talking a bunch of I still want to curse yet. But she was just there and it was so disappointing because she came in hard and I was like, okay, she's new, but she's clocking the girls. She
Right.
she's calling them out, holding them accountable for things that they said. And even when I rewatch certain clips from the first two episodes or first three episodes or whatever in the car talking about Whitney,
Right.
I was like, wait a minute. Then she was really on some ish
She
from
was,
jump.
right? I
Yeah,
didn't like her from that moment when she did that. I didn't like when she was talking about Whitney like a dog. I didn't.
yeah,
To me, it reminded me of Monica. I didn't like it.
yeah. And then she got up there and made friends with Brittany in Meredith's bar mitzvah thingy or whatever. And like 5 seconds later, she went over to Angie, who she was just beefing with, to spill
Right,
to spill tea on what
Brittany.
Brittany said. And in the same breath turned around to Brittany and say what Angie said. And I was like, anybody punch you in the face?
She was doing a lot, and it always it was to get back to Lisa, and I didn't like I said, I don't like when new girls have feel so strongly about the cast members when you supposedly just got here, which means you're a fan of
But
the show and you
mm,
taking sides already. And I didn't like that Lisa brought you on this show and you have spent every
mm,
episode of this show, except for maybe the first one, trashing Lisa to her friends. And you're expecting this loyalty out of her. And
mm,
like you are not
I
showing
have a
any
thing.
to her.
Oh my God. So it just dawned on me while you two were talking and
mm,
bashing Bronwyn
mm,
that the only
mm,
thing Bronwyn is really doing. So, okay, just hear me out. Give me like 60 seconds, all right? So,
All
Bronwyn's a new. Bronwyn was brought on the show by Lisa. Bronwyn, Lisa, and Heather are in a situation where they're talking. And then when Heather brings it up to Lisa the way that she does, and Lisa turns around to Bronwyn and wants Bronwyn to make it right with Heather because whatever. So then the rest of the time, Bronwyn spins not only repeating everything back with a little sauce because she learned that from Heather, but she also spends the rest of the time requesting the call out from Lisa, which she demonstrated to and for Heather in that first time. And so she was wondering, where's my treatment like that? And she could have been wondering that based off of something behind the scenes that we have no idea about. But the way that she's acting leads me to at least believe that she had a reason for expecting that that's not being said because she looks crazy keeping on bringing it up. So there must have been something that was supposed to be happening that she's like, really, Lisa, again? Really? Again? But like they must have talked about it or something. That's what I'm feeling. And Lisa's not upholding her end of the bargain, yet again, with the example of what she did to Angie K, requiring those who she does allow to kiss her ring the duty of taking up for her. Because how could you stand if Sean was in a circle jerk comment? So there's a lot of it. Yes, Bronwyn lied. I still think she's the better noob than freaking Brittany. And
Oh yes,
Brittany,
of course.
Yeah.
yeah, and Bronwyn's lie still doesn't, and the whole thing with Todd and even Gwen, those two things, those two family matters, I feel like she came to a thing in her first season where she was getting ready to sell her family for fame, and
Mm-hmm.
God made her walk it back. And so now what we're witnessing is the walk back of her a
Mm.
first season person almost selling their family for fame. So now she's very carefully, not with too much surgery precision, attempting to walk this back for her family. And I'm gonna allow her that grace because it's her family.
But no, she's trying to bring
It's
Lisa
not,
down and doing it and make it Lisa's fault, though. It's not
but
Lisa's fault that she did this.
Lisa didn't have any right. She didn't. I don't give a fuck if it was brought up on camera. It's about my kid, and I thought kids and parents were off limits, but now all
But
of a
she brought
sudden, well, Lisa can talk
Her
about
was
my
but
bringing
she
up
brought it up though.
herself on camera, and then she
She
had
brought
to
it
sit
up.
down with her daughter on camera about this. Lisa was nowhere to be found. What about that?
Exactly.
If she wanted to
And
protect her daughter so much, why did she have
mm-hmm.
to sit down with her on camera? It ain't got shit to do with Lisa. What I
Mm-hmm.
think happened is whatever like Lisa said, she was seething to have this. Hold up, Michelle. My Insta is I got Richie B or the coldest tea, like the coldest TEA. Lisa, she said Brahma was seething to have this as a storyline. I really believe that Brahma wanted to get on there and shame those grandparents, which they deserve, and they must be of some influence or somebody in the Mormon church. And she had to walk it back, and she's making it Lisa problem instead of just saying I didn't something else. Like because the people who are paying attention know this is not Lisa's fault. She
Exactly.
brought it up. She didn't protect her
Lisa
daughter.
brought up
According to Phaedra, she
Gwen.
did it.
Lisa brought up Gwen in that after thing. Gwen is a
No,
child
they had the
on the
conversation off camera,
thing.
larger.
That would be like somebody else in the group talking about Mary and Robert. Even though they could, they shouldn't. You see what I'm saying? I thought kids were off limits is the bottom line. So why are you bringing up my kid and this whole alleged
Because she
miscarriage
touched
and
on kids.
stuff? Why did she bring that up? Why? If kids are off limits. So next year, when somebody says something about Jack or the next one, is remember, she didn't talk to Heather for a whole season because she looked at him and said something to him when he was getting ready to go on vacation and teach the missionaries how to speak Spanish or whatever it was. But now she can sit in a fucking confessional and say all this stuff about Gwen's personal situation. Really? That's okay. Okay, no
But was it
worries. No
malicious
worries. I got
though?
What do you have to say, Richie?
Was it malicious though? Larger. Bronwyn brought it up, and just like what Phaedra said, Lisa repeated it, but she didn't repeat it in a slanderous way. She was explaining the situation that Bronwyn put her in to clear her name. Well,
Yes.
clear her name because apparently nobody's watching the same show as me as me and Richie B.
They hate Lisa so much. Is what it is.
And I don't even go up for Lisa or Mara that like that because all of them annoy me on the show. Then I love them the next episode or whatever. But how would you feel, Laja? You have your friend group and a newbie by ways of one of your other friends comes in and is clocking your tea in the friend group. You'll have been friends since in this instance, let's say five 5 years, and someone came in on the 5th year telling you, "Oh, Richie B said this," and she goes back to Richie B when when she just told you what Richie B said, and you replied to it, and she takes that and runs back to Richie B and says what you just said in response, but did not say what you told her or what she told you first. Sorry. And now it's a big debacle, and she's being called out about it, or it's coming to the light, and she's just backpedaling. And and if you watch what Bronwyn does when she's being caught, she always tries to take the shame or the embarrassment off of her real quick and say, "Yeah, yeah, it was messed up. I should not have said that. I should not have did that, or whatever." But
Yeah.
it's not genuine. She just wants to get past it real quick.
Like like what she did with Angie when she told Angie that Lisa's G wagon was getting repossessed. She was like, "Your problem is with Angie, not me. I'm not the one who said it on Twitter, but you're the one who put it out there,
Right,
though."
right,
But she
right,
apologized, so I guess it's okay.
right, right. Lisa was being, should I say, I wouldn't say nosy. Lisa was trying to help with telling the grandparents or whatever, right? But once again, Bronwyn said it first. They were there in the little spa thingy or whatever, and Bronwyn brought it up, and then Lisa was like, "Oh, I know them." And then she went and spoke to them or whatever, and that's how this whole thing came about. You brought it up. If you are my friend and that's the situation or whatever, and I happen to know these people and I can bridge a gap, I would try. But now
Richie,
you're gonna,
they said that the man's wife, reached out to Bronwyn. I think there's some other stuff going on that happened that we don't know anything about. And
mm, I don't know. And Bronwyn just gives me Heather said, that she's always trying to be politically right, like if she's running for president, if she's running to be the president of America, and she always talks in this way or whatever, and it's just so freaking irritating. I went up for her. I had her
mm,
back. I was like, "It should be no." I like Bronwyn, but damn, to be wrong again.
I mean, she was. I see what people like. She was glamorous. She's rich. She's reading the girls, but there was some red flags for me in the
Yeah,
beginning. Red
and
flags,
if
and I was just like, at a
yeah,
certain point, I was like, nope, no, nope, nope. She's gonna be a problem.
and if just off topic, if Bose continues to go down this road, Bose is going to end up in that same predicament too. Because I cringe when she said that she got to talk to PK, she got to have a. I'm like, what the hell? Have you ever even met PK?
Girl, you are doing. Listen, Richie, let's go over. I hope Gabor has a channel. I mean, a panel because we have to fight about Boz because he stands for Boz and she's doing entirely too much
Yeah,
now.
just like her earrings. It's too much.
Bravo had the same earrings on.
No, it's still too fucking much. It's too much. But
All right.
I still like Bars, but it's just these little things. Cause you know the after show is where the shit really happens. People really talk their mind over there.
You
But
know what else is going to happen too? Dorit. Like when you're mad at your man or whatever, you're talking to your
mm-mm,
girlfriend.
right,
Dorit is going because Dorit and PK are kind of like a little bit back together from what I hear. I don't know if that's true.
mm,
Um, she's Dorit's going to start getting mad, or PK is going to go start getting mad. Like, who is this bitch?
mm,
And they're going to have a fallout because Dorita's already starting to have dinner with Kyle and stuff, and I didn't hear Boz being invited. Um,
exactly. Even when she canceled on Kyle, she went out with Erica.
but I didn't hear Boz on the guest list to either
Exact,
one.
exactly.
And
And
she's
it's like if you're a fan of the show from before, you can read the room. It's like
she
I mean. even though I don't really go off of God selling them, but it's like they have a point. Somewhat. Dorit needed a friend. You're new. You don't know what's going on, so she latched on to you instantly.
Instantly.
When
And
Dorit
I
the
guess
just accompanied Boz to watch What Happens Live like 2 weeks ago.
what you say?
I
hmm?
said Dorit just went as Boz's friend in the audience
Yeah,
to
I saw
watch
Yeah,
What
that.
Happens Live 2 weeks ago. So I think they're probably
yeah,
They're
okay.
it's
cool
still
for
all
now,
good
but what
now.
I'm saying is when PK comes back in the picture,
Mm.
there's going to be a fallout because Boz
PK
is
got a
talking
new
too much
Dorit.
shit.
PK has a new
Huh?
Dorito. PK has a new Dorito.
Maybe so.
Mm.
But I just think I don't, and I always said
Watch
this.
what?
I always was saying this. I said I don't want Boz to fall on this sword for Dorit, like to start making
Yeah.
enemies like over
hmm
Dorit. Like if you're gonna make some enemies on the show, make them for yourself, not her.
And watch. Mark my words. The minute Boz and
That
the Reed falls out, the Reed is gonna tell her that she imposed on her relationship. She had too many opinions.
Yep.
Watch it. Watch it.
She
It
said
may
it
not be
last night
next
about
season.
yeah,
the
the
sponsor.
problem is going to be that she taught her how to read before she sold her.
Right. It may not be next season, but it's coming. Remember that. Remember,
Yes.
remember it.
Well,
But I
guys, it's
like
been
Boz.
3 hours. What are you saying, Richie?
Yay!
Yeah, I like Boz though, but Boz just back
I
up a
love
little
her.
bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
back
need
up a
her.
little
I want
bit.
to find out about her.
Make your own relationship. Make your own enemies based off of what you have going
Yeah.
on, not Dorit. Do not get caught up in Dorit stuff,
Dorit
please.
is not the right, that is not the right thing to follow. Too bad she didn't watch the
exactly.
show before.
No.
Mm.
Dorit is
Uh,
Well, if
only
anybody
using
should have been
you.
a fan. Now we need a fan. Had she only she been a fan, she would realize Dorito is not the one.
Right. She's
exactly.
not. She's just using her. They're using each other.
Yeah, because past seasons I did not like Dorit. I was not a fan of Dorit.
Me
I liked
neither.
Dorit. Yeah, because of this whole thing with Kyle or whatever. That's why like, oh, Dorit's okay, she's doing her thing this season or whatever. But that friendship, once that's mended or working out, and if Boss has an opinion like she always does, if she has one on that, that too may lead to Dorit going off on her ass and saying, "Oh,
Right.
Boss, you don't know,
But
you
Dorit
don't
is
know,
not
you
ever
wasn't
going to go
there."
after her.
Yeah,
But
and that
she
would be
ain't
a big
trying to.
face.
Or just start acting funny with her, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So her going over to New York for Boss's birthday or watch what happened live or whatever, it's fresh, it's new, but it's coming. The
Yeah.
bullshit is coming.
It's coming.
Yeah, because she doesn't really know
Especially,
how to act around black people, really.
Yeah, and Camille, grandma or whatever said it right in season 9 reunion, I believe, or whatever. When she said, "Dorit, there's something about," and I would never forget it. "Dorit, there is something about you. I just can't put my hands on it, but just there's something about you," and there still is. I just
Hmm.
like when people talk their shit and stand on business. That's the only reason why I like her this season.
but I'm getting tired of the. At least she stopped like raging at Kyle. At least for the last episode, that was starting to get on my nerves. Like the hollering and the screaming at Kyle. All right, we get it. All right.
Yeah. And something is wrong with her. I find she looks skeletal, like she's on some substances. And
You know, I said that. I already think that. I think that's why
yeah,
people got away from her. Honestly,
yeah,
because he
it,
keeps saying, "I'm choosing to be sober," as if she's not. You know?
yeah. It's giving more than a wet cigarette that she was
Yeah.
smoking.
Yeah.
You guys hear Annie from Young Black Africans just went to rehab and that they're supposed to be getting a divorce?
I didn't know the rehab part, but I heard the
Yeah.
worst part.
I
Yeah,
have to.
Google it to make sure, but I heard that today. Yeah.
I can see
I was
that
like,
because she
rehab
always
for
seemed
what?
like awkward. I can see
I was
that.
like, oh, that explains it if it's true. Annie enters rehab.
Hmm. I only watched like 3 or 4 episodes the first season of it, but I have to catch up to it.
Annie Ideba reportedly enters rehab. Kempire reported on it.
I'm just seeing the split. I don't think. Let me just Google rehab.
That's the one who married the big time singer.
Yeah, the one who's always getting into it with Swanky. He was her best friend in season one. And then by the end of season one, they had fell out. So then this season starts with them trying to pretend to tolerate each other. But Swanky can't stand the fakeness. And
Mm.
Annie's running around pretending like everything is okay, but it's not. And it's very awkward to watch.
Mm.
And yeah, but I like the
Not
show. I
many
haven't finished
people are reporting it, but Ghana Web is.
Yeah, let's see.
Maybe
Okay.
share a breakdown. I don't know. But guys, it's been 3 hours. I want to go over to
The
Gabor's
boys.
channel. He's probably talking about Atlanta.
Oh, okay, yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
Thanks for
Thanks,
having me, Richie. You guys smash your
Thank
like
you
button,
for
smash the subscribe
coming.
button.
thanks for
I
having me as
appreciate
well,
it,
Richie.
guys.
Peace.
I really appreciate you guys.
This
I'll
is
see you
fun.
over
You are
there.
so fun. Right
Yeah,
on.
we would.
They got to run it down the street.
All right.
I believe he spit on their piece. I just